Check, 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 check. You got the CPU usage up? It might provide a little bit of a baseline here to know what we're looking for if I see what yours is at. Oh, okay. That's cool. Well, we're not streaming yet, but. Oh, we are. Nice. Solid. Solid. And it doesn't really go up. Yes, sir.
Check one, check one, check one, check one.
That sounds.
Check one.
I hear you. I hear you.
You.
Lee Harvey. You are a madman.
What a great line. What a great scene.
Ad-libbed.
Was it?
That whole speech, the big toe, all of it was just.
Top 10 matchup in the SCFA, Saddleback and Ventura tonight here from the VC Sports Complex. Mike Cepeda, Jeff Stoynoff with you on the call. Coming up here on SoCal College Sports.
Hello again, and welcome to the VC Sportsplex on the campus of Ventura College for Ventura College football here on SoCalCollegeSports.com and the VC Sports Network. Jeff Stoynoff, Mike Cepeda with you for a fantastic matchup here in the SCFA. Number 2 ranked Saddleback College coming to Ventura to pay a visit here to the Ventura College Pirates. And for the Pirates, they come in off a very tough loss last week. They fell to 2-2. By all measure, they gave a great account of themselves in a very tough environment at Riverside, but ultimately fell on the final drive 42-34. So this is a huge game for Ventura in terms of record, but it only begins there because we got coaches' challenges, bulletin board material here. We got everything happening in this game, but there's a lot going on here beyond just the record of 2-2 for the Pirates.
It's true. I mean, you talk about the postseason implications that the result of this game might have. You know, these are two teams that are going to be vying for a spot, maybe the wild card. If Ventura can win here tonight, and it potentially sets up a situation where Fullerton comes out of the South, then Ventura and maybe COC eventually might become in a wild card situation, and with both teams having 2 losses.
Yeah,
so
factor in Bakersfield as well. In the North, it's a very crowded
Bakersfield
North this year.
is a player. They took Riverside right down to the wire, but this is a very dangerous 2-2 team here in Ventura, and looking to score a little bit of a bounce back from last year, having lost at Saddleback a year ago.
Yeah, we'll talk about this. Is Coach Steve Mushaki, and they have a name for this. This is a challenge game for them. This is a game that they have picked out specifically on the schedule, and the challenge is out there for the Pirates. And, they've had a very tough non-conference schedule, a couple of losses to Riverside and Mount San Antonio College, and it doesn't get any easier here tonight. But 3 wins, very tough assignments, yes, but they need a win here tonight.
Yeah, well, they need a win here tonight, and they have 2 really good wins, impressive wins, but over lower-seeded teams.
Yep.
Their 2 losses came to Mount Sac and to Riverside, and obviously 2 perennial powerhouses here in the SCFA. So they need to get off the schneid versus a really good team. They can do that here tonight versus Saddleback.
Yep. We'll have the kickoff for you very shortly here. Coming up on it, you are watching Ventura College football here on SoCalCollegeSports.com and the VC Sports Network. Stick around.
You can watch both of our matchups tonight, www.socalcollegesports.com. Santa Ana at ELAC and Saddleback versus Ventura, top 10 matchup in the SCFA. Tweet at us at SoCal College SPO, and on our YouTube channel, subscribe SoCal College Sports 1.
The Pirates will have it first, and that could be significant, with 2 teams averaging over 40 points a game thus far here in 2017. Get your track shoes ready. The Pirates will move it from right to left here in the first quarter. Snelling back deep with Savion Sims awaiting the kick from Mateo Thompson. And we're just moments away for what should be a fantastic matchup here tonight from Ventura. Just a brutal non-conference schedule here for the Pirates, and you have to imagine, Michael, that the hope is that this will toughen up the Pirates for another playoff run. They've made the postseason the last couple of years, but have been unable to get over the hump. But obviously this season, if they're fortunate enough to win the Northern Conference, they will obviously have a lot more experience against those top teams. As we take a look at some of the numbers for this season, and one number that really jumps out at you, and they marked it off there, the red zone touchdowns. 14 of 23 for Ventura College. That's about middle of the road. It's a little low for what you expect from Ventura, but the 18 for 21 for Saddleback, that's tops in the SCFA, and it explains why this team is averaging almost 50 points a game through 4 weeks. The word was that Jake Constantine would get the start at quarterback. This is Duckett trying to find a little opening, but he gets about a yard or so before he's swallowed up. Chrissy Vegas, defensive end, in on the stop, getting a little help from Kimani Keith. The Pirates have been outstanding running the football for the first 4 weeks, led by Thomas Duckett, who leads the Northern Conference in rushing here in the first month. Straight drop, pressure coming. Constantine on the move, going to try and tuck it and run. Got maybe a couple, and a 3rd down and long coming up for the Pirates on their first possession. Well, I see my jinx is in early, as in mid-season form. I talk about the track shoes, and right away,
we're looking at a 3 and out.
It's the Gauchos who come out spirited on defense and force an immediate 3rd down and 7. The Pirates, for their part, on 3rd down this season at 35%. That number's a little low, but it's on the rise of late. Constantine looking right, throws right at the marker, but a little bit shy.
I think he's short.
The completion to Daggett, but it is about a yard shy. So a 4th and 1 from the 34. And guess what? The offense isn't going anywhere, so Steve Mushagian going to roll the dice early. Constantine quickly to the line, on the keeper.
He got it.
Falls forward. It'll come down to the spot, but preliminarily it looks like he got it by about the nose of the football. So a gutsy call from Steve Mushagian early. And obviously, I think you have to imagine as we take a look and a replay from the end zone camera. Good push up front and enough. A couple of yards on a 4th and 1, but I think this is a little nod toward the fact that this is going to be a high-scoring game. You're going to have to take some chances. You got to put some points on the board. Daggett in motion. 4 wide receiver set. Fresh set of downs. Constantine, short drop. Looking deep down the far side. Leaping catch.
Is that Mallory?
That was, I believe, I think it was Kezio Snelling trying to make the leaping catch, but couldn't get the feet down, so a 2nd down and 10 coming up.
That was a tough play.
3 wide receivers split out to the left on 2nd and 10. 3-man rush. Constantine on a designed roll. Lobs it for the near side. Overthrown, looking for Sam Flowers. Dante Hamilton had the coverage, and it was good coverage on Flowers. 3rd down and 10 coming up. Gauchos with mass substitutions coming in. I'll look at the replay there, and that was going to be a tight fit for Constantine. Third and 10 for Constantine and the Pirates. Straight drop. Delayed blitz coming. Good protection. The throw caught. 1st down and more for the Pirates. Mallory into Gaucho territory at the 41.
Really nice ball here. And Constantine, right on the money.
Well, the protection was good up front. Let's correct that. That was Snelling. Okay, so it's Snelling off to the left side. 3 wide receivers again on the left. Another 1st down for the Pirates now at the Saddleback 41. Gil Scott Jackson on the carry, and he is wrapped up at the line.
It's a good piece of tackling there from the Gauchos.
Jack Dexter, sophomore linebacker from Wilson, Connecticut, long way from home. Maybe Jack's got some family joining us on the broadcast.
Yeah,
here.
feel free to tweet at us. SoCal College Sports.
That's a long trek for the Dexter family to get here. So
hey, that's why
that's what we're here for. Yeah, absolutely. 2nd down and 10. After Jackson is wrapped up for no gain on 1st. Here's the snap to Constantine. They'll keep it on the ground with Jackson. 2nd effort. Jackson has a 1st down, and he takes a big hit on the far side. But he pops up. He's all right. He's got the 1st down inside the 30, down to the 28-yard line.
Yeah, pops up after the helmet popped off. An impressive run, especially after first contact.
Yeah, Jackson there looked like he was bottled up right near the line, but kept the legs churning and found a little lane. Looks like Joey Word checking in for Ventura in the backfield.
Well, Saddleback coming off of a track meet of their own versus El Camino, a game that they won in the waning moments of that one.
Quick bubble screen. Daggett dances his way forward. He's down close to the 20. They'll spot it just short at the 22. That's a 6-yard gain. 2nd down and 4. Upcoming. So now again they overload the left side. 2 wide receivers to the left. They go a little bit bigger as Jared Thompson checks into the game at tight end. So Kendrick Mallory is solo to the right. This is where he feasted on Riverside in the 2nd half last week, working against one-on-one coverage. And he had 8 catches for 150 yards and a touchdown in the 2nd half alone. 2nd down and 4. Constantine looking left. Pocket collapsing. Moves away. Fires into the end zone. Tipped. Caught! Pirate touchdown! Tony Daggett. Right place, right time. Look at Constantine. A great job there keeping that play alive. Nearly picked off and instead caught for a Pirate touchdown. Well, when I talked to Coach Steve Mushagian this week, talked about the importance of this game, what they were going to need to do to win, and he said, hey, we're playing pretty well right now in all phases of the game. We just need a few breaks to break our way. A couple of good calls maybe going our way, maybe a couple of breaks, and that might get us over the top.
Better be lucky than good.
Exhibit A right away here in the first quarter, 10:54 remaining in the opening quarter, and the Pirates have the early 7-0 lead here on SoCalCollegeSports.com. Pirates go 75 yards on the opening drive to pay dirt. Constantine to Daggett. And Ventura has the 7-0 lead.
Well, exactly what they needed. Focal point this week, obviously we touched on it earlier in this game, was scoring when you're in the red zone. They do just that.
Deep kick. Cuero from the 5. Out to the 20. Tries to spin away from one tackler, but he won't get away from the second wave. Well, I got to tell you, in the coverage of the Pirates this season, their kick coverage has been excellent. And again, the Gauchos will start inside their 20 on their first possession. But not a whole lot happening in the return game. And you see here, just first hit, but then the second wave. Cuero's got no chance.
Double-digit waves.
So here comes Gilliam, who will get the start. Similar between Saddleback and Ventura, both go with 2 quarterbacks. So Gilliam gets the call here early. We'll also see Cam Humphreys, no doubt, before it's all said and done. Gilliam on what looks like a busted play. It's going to be stood up, maybe gained a yard. Well, it looks like they're starting to give him a pretty generous spot. Wow, they're going to give him the 21. So that's a pickup of a couple before he's wrapped up.
Sometimes you
by
just can't
Lemonaire.
teach falling forward.
3 wide receivers to the left on 2nd down and 8. It'll be Imari DiMercado in the backfield with Gilliam. Play action. They set up the quick screen on the far side. Daquan Davis working the far sideline. He's wrapped up about a yard shy of the first down marker, and we'll have a 3rd down and 1 upcoming for Saddleback. The Gauchos, for their part, have been typically outstanding on 3rd down, converting 41% on the season.
If memory serves, Davis was Special Teams Player of the Week in the SCFA versus El Camino a week ago.
He's one of those guys that I think is one of the all-purpose guys. He's in the return game a lot, and it's a little bit like Marshall was for them last year. They have a guy like that they like to get the ball in different ways.
Yeah.
DiMercado weaving his way forward, and he has enough for the first down, a pickup of a couple.
And remember, everybody, you can catch this game on our website, www.socalcollegesports.com. We are broadcasting via YouTube, so if you go to our channel on YouTube, SoCal College Sports 1, have 2 games going on right now. This one here, Ventura hosting Saddleback, and also Santa Ana at ELAC.
Quick slant to Lorenzo Thompson, caught out to the Ventura 40-yard line. Again, very close to the first down, and he's got it. In fact, they're going to say that Thompson spun away and got all the way to the 44. So 1st and 10, the Gauchos quickly on the move. Carlson crowding the line. DiMercado going nowhere. He ran into Kenny Turnier. No gain on the play and a 2nd down and 10 coming up. Eric Kroll also moving up in on the stop. I started to say the Pirates have done pretty well against the run, minus Vic Viramontes, who really victimized them last week. And, of course, that's not a big surprise the way Viramontes has started for Riverside this season.
He seems to victimize a lot of people.
Yeah, but against the running backs for Riverside, the Pirates did a very good job limiting them to just over 3 yards a carry. But it was Viramontes that they had no answer for.
That's a missed block in the back right here from near side receiver.
Yeah, taking a look there, absolutely. It looks like Lorenzo Thompson got away with one. It's a pickup of 3 on the play and a 3rd down and 7.
That's a really bad missed call.
At the 47-yard line of Saddleback. Gilliam with receivers left and right, sends DiMercado in motion. Looking left, pocket collapsing. Gilliam gets away, he's going to tuck it and run. Still behind the line, manages to get away again. Gilliam still on his feet, now he's wrapped up and sacked back at the 43-yard line. Great job by the Pirate defense. It looked like Watson coming up to finally put him away. But Gilliam did a great job there, keeping that play alive, but ultimately nowhere to go with the football, and the Pirates get a stop on their first defensive possession. They'll get it back, leading 7-0. That'll bring on Pacheco. Interestingly, Saddleback, a rare sight, 2 punters that also see a lot of action. See Satchfield and Avila, both with
Jalen Watson, Augusta, Georgia's own. I know you know where I'm going with that.
Absolutely. Towering kick.
Jeez.
Back inside the 5-yard line, and it kicks into the end zone. 57 yards for Avila on the punt.
That is an NFL punt right there.
So Ventura will take over at their own 20-yard line. Leading here 7-0 midway through the first period. And again, 2 games tonight East Los Angeles College as well. Here on SoCalCollegeSports.com, you can find those games on our website, www.SoCalCollegeSports.com, or on our YouTube channel, SoCal College Sports 1.
And what does that mean? If you have a YouTube-enabled device, you got a phone, you got an iPad, you got an Apple TV, you got an Xbox One, go to the YouTube app, SoCal College Sports 1, search that. You can upscale this broadcast to 1080p.
I really want to do that. Gil Scott-Jackson through a big hole. He's into the Gaucho secondary. Out to midfield before he's finally wrapped up at the 46-yard line. A 34-yard run for Gil Scott-Jackson.
A massive hole in the middle. Man.
Well, the Pirates have had no trouble running the football of late, whether it's Duckett, Jackson, Golar, any number of backs. Everybody is feasting early in the season, and that was another big hole, and that time it was Jackson, the beneficiary. Play action, quick throw, almost picked off.
That was almost 6 the other way.
Jaden Price was zeroing in on that ball.
Well, Constantine has a bit of a gunslinger mentality, according to Coach Bobby Mushagian, and sometimes that can get him into trouble, and that's one where he gets away with one there.
Yeah, Price, I think, was reading that well, but couldn't come up with the catch. The give, straight ahead. Good yardage once again. Jackson on the carry. He almost has the first down, picks up 9 yards to set up 3rd and 1.
This is likely 4-down territory here, and that's just a great job by Constantine selling the RPO.
Yeah, I mean, with the offensive line, the way the offensive line is playing right now for Ventura, you know, forget where you are on the field. You got to believe you got to take your chances that on 2 plays you can get 1 yard. Jackson remains in the backfield. 3 wide receivers set on 3rd and 1. Jackson running left, bounces off his own man, and manages to spin forward inside the 35, down to the 34. The 3-yard run moves the chains.
Great awareness of knowing where the marker is. You know what you need. Fall down, fall forward, twist, do what you got to do. It's a new set of downs here for the Pirates.
Keep an eye on Kendrick Mallory at the bottom of your screen, the leading receiver for Ventura. They tend to move him around a little bit, left and right. They're trying him now. On the left side, receivers left and right for Constantine, 1st and 10. Straight drop, Constantine looking left. Moves away from pressure, dumps it for Caldwell and completes it inside the 30 to the 29. That's a gain of 5 and a 2nd down and 5, and that's a little bit of the patience that we've seen from Constantine early in this season.
Watch
here, Michael, as
this
pocket collapses. And Constantine, no panic, just moves his feet a little bit, gives himself a little more time, finds Caldwell for a 5-yard pickup.
Hey, that's just a great example of taking what the defense gives you and not trying to force something that's not there.
2nd down and 5. Chambers in the backfield now. Constantine straight drop. Under pressure, he's going to be sacked for a big loss all the way back to the 40. Kimani Keith with a little help from Chase Bradley coming on the blitz. That's a big loss. They'll spot it at the 38, which is a break for Ventura. But it sets up 3rd down and 14, and that's a drive killer, Michael.
Really is. I mean, might as well be a holding call. But you do have some explosive players out here that can make plays for Ventura. So, like you said, watch Mallory here down below.
3rd and 14. Blitz coming. Constantine continuing to scan, moving away from pressure, wrapped up, gets away, still on his feet. Constantine running for his life, now guns it on the far side, leaping attempt, and it's incomplete. Caldwell was the intended target, and that'll bring up 4th down and 14, and that will bring on Steve Sanchez in the punting unit. And now it's the Pirates' turn to play a little bit of field position here. Sanchez will see if he can pin the Gauchos deep with 4:42 remaining.
A lot of credit to the Gauchos. They stay to their man. A lot of times when you see a player break down, it's hard to cover in the secondary for that long, and they stick with it.
Fair catch made by the up-back, Jaden Price. That's an alert play by Price. Rather than let that one bounce, waiting to see where they're going to spot it here. And it looks like at about the 18-yard line, so that's a kick of just 20 yards. Well, let's see. No, the 15. So 23 yards, but it does pin the Gauchos back at their 15-yard line, so a long way to go. Well, you have to be very pleased if you're Ventura. You take a look at the numbers. It doesn't take you long to notice 47.5 points per game, but right now, the Gauchos stuck on 0 as Ventura leads it 7-0 on a touchdown pass from Constantine to Daggett. Gilliam, play action, guns it out to Thompson. Boy, Nolasco was closing quickly. He wraps up Thompson after a gain of about 7 yards. As we take a look at the replay, once again, let's see here, let's watch Nolasco just a little bit late on that break. 2nd down. Looking for Thompson again, this one overthrown. 3rd down, call it a short 4 for Saddleback. Well, there's been a bit of Jekyll and Hyde for the Pirates defensively. In 2 of their 4 games, they've been more than outstanding defensively. In the other 2 games, they have given up pretty big point totals. DiMercato on the screen, absorbs a big hit from Nolasco. This is going to come down to the spot, but it looks like he's about a yard shy. It looks like the Pirates are going to force the 3 and out here and get it back.
Yeah, just too deep here if you're Coach McElroy for Saddleback to go for it, although Moose
there's
showing some stones in that first drive, keeping that one alive with just a quarterback keeper.
There's confidence, and then there's crazy, I think, if you're trying from your 24. This would be shades of what was the playoff game where Belichick went for it on 4th down, but there was a reasoning behind it. I think he thought it was against the Colts one year.
That's right.
And, this one over the head of the punter. Avila back into the end zone. He has to just fall on it. That's going to go as a safety. See if we can get the replay, maybe from the end zone camera there. We'll take a look at this one. Avila, no chance. I'll tell you what, Michael, just take a look here. This is just a line shot to center field. No chance.
Yeah.
Off the wall.
Well, it's a good job by Avila just falling on top of it. He could have kicked it out of the end zone. Either way, it's going to be 2 the other way.
Yeah. So the Pirates, maybe another little break there. Obviously, they excel on special teams year after year, but they're just a snap that goes over Avila's head. And the Pirates will take the 2 points and the 9-0 lead here with 3:30 remaining in the first quarter. And they get it back. And to remind us, go ahead and tweet us at SoCal College SPO. And a reminder, of course, you can catch all of our games here on SoCalCollegeSports.com on our YouTube channel at SoCal College Sports 1.
We'd like to get the word out. All the games archived to SoCal College Sports 1 on YouTube. So if you want to go back and watch this game, if you know some friends and family from across the way that were not able to make tonight's game, let them know. They can watch it live or archived on our website.
Yeah, don't give away what happened. Just tell them to watch the game.
That's going to be a little tough.
So a free kick coming from the 20. Well, here's Thompson with the approach. He gets this one away. Sims from the 15 out to the 25. Slips a tackle at the 30. He's out to the 45, still on his feet. Finally ridden down in Saddleback territory. Savion Sims, a 37-yard return. And the Pirates will have excellent field position starting at the Saddleback 49. And we talked about this being a challenge game from the coaches. This is one, there was a bad taste, I think, in the entire, in the mouths of not just the players but the coaches as well, off of last year where they were beaten pretty handily at Saddleback College. And this is a spirited rivalry between these two teams, and this is one that everybody was marking on the schedule, and the Pirates have come out very strong here in the opening quarter, but a long way to go. Jackson with a 2-yard run. You start to get the feeling we might not see Thomas Duckett tonight. He was suffering from bruised ribs, didn't play in the second half last week. Wanted to be very careful with him, give him some time to recover. And so far, it's been Gil Scott-Jackson. And as you would predict, Michael, when I asked about Gil Scott-Jackson and Thomas Duckett, Steve Mushakian, effusive with his praise, all kinds of confidence in Gil Scott-Jackson, and feels like he absolutely can do the job. 2nd down and 8 after a 2-yard carry. Counter to Jackson around the end. Big gainer for Gil Scott-Jackson. Down the far side. In for the touchdown. 47 yards. No flags.
Just a great job by Constantine selling the run, the QB keeper.
Nice downfield block as well, sealing it off there for Jackson.
That's just textbook.
15-0, the extra point from Cooper Garcia coming. We're going to take one more look at this one. Listen, while we're heaping the praise on there, that's another great running lane from the offensive line as well. Jackson virtually untouched around the end, 47 yards. Well, I tell you, maybe we are seeing Thomas Duckett this week here against Saddleback. It's Gil Scott-Jackson. 2:44 remaining in the first quarter, 16-0 Ventura. Off to a torrid start against Saddleback here on SoCalCollegeSports.com. Garcia has it teed up. Well, you can hardly draw up a better start if you're Ventura College. Couple of touchdowns here in the first quarter, a safety, and they lead it 16-0. Cuero with a little trouble handling that one. He's got it at the 5. Now has a good lane out to the 25 where he is cut down. 21-yard return. I believe that was Isaiah King with the big hit on Cuero. 22-yard return. Saddleback will start at the 27-yard line. And, you can talk about the gaudy point totals for Saddleback this season, and a long way to go here, better than 3 quarters to go. But early on here, Michael, I think they need a score.
In a hurry.
They spread it out with 4 wide receivers, screen it out to DiMercado. On the near side, he's out to the 30. Nolasco moving over for the stop. They'll spot it at the 33. 2nd down and 4 coming up. Saddleback, outstanding passing numbers. Haven't done so well on the ground so far this season, at least statistically. So they have been reliant largely on the pass. That's in a little bit of contrast to last year when they had sensational running back Edward Vander, who had just an unbelievable year for Saddleback, leading them into the postseason before they ultimately fell to Riverside in a game we had here on SoCalCollegeSports.com.
I love the plug.
The penalty against Ventura, it's been a pretty clean first quarter, but that penalty will give Saddleback a first down at their own 38-yard line. Again, movement on the right side. I don't see any flags. DiMercado on the quick screen, looking for a lane, pulling a couple of tacklers with him. He's out past the 40 to the 42-yard line. That's a 4-yard gain, setting up a 2nd down and 6. Well, now there is a flag. I couldn't quite see, but there was some movement on the right side of that Ventura defensive line. Kenny Turnier. The Pirates haven't posted a lot of sacks so far in the season. In fact, as a team, they have just 5. But that really belies how good their defensive line has been this season collectively. Turnier, Jesse Lemonaire leading the way along with Gerald Taylor, but they've done a pretty good job of getting pressure, even though they're not getting the sacks on the board. 1st and 5 after the penalty. Again, they're working DiMercado on the screen passes. This is good enough for a first down and more into Ventura territory at the 48-yard line. Well, the leading receiver for Saddleback is Clinton Allen at the top of your screen. Allen missed the opener, but in 3 games he's managed to lead the Gauchos in receptions, and he had a monster week last week. Who didn't in the shootout against El Camino? DiMercado, another screen. Stiff arms a tackler. He's inside the 45 where he takes a big hit. Dondre Baker moving over to lower the boom on DiMercado. 6-yard gain. Has it down to the Ventura 42. The Gauchos starting to get it going a little bit offensively. Big hole for DiMercado. Down to the 30. Pulling tacklers down to the 20-yard line. That's a 22-yard run for Amare DiMercado.
That's a situation where the Ventura linebacking core was zigging when they should have been zagging.
The Gauchos into the red zone for the first time tonight. And we talked at the top about how good Saddleback has been in the red zone so far this season. 86%, not just scoring in the red zone. How about 86% touchdowns? Meanwhile, Gilliam scrambling around and eventually goes down after a pickup of about a yard. Excellent coverage, 2nd down and 9. Keep an eye on Clinton Allen, the leading receiver, to the top of your screen. Solo left, 3 wide receivers right. Gilliam looking right, wrapped up, sacked, back at the 27-yard line. Jesse Lemonaire leading the way.
Theo would be proud.
Big sack for Ventura. They'll spot it at the 26, a loss of 7. Creates a 3rd down and 16 from the 26-yard line of Ventura.
That'll probably do it for the first quarter.
And indeed it will. We're through 1. Ventura off to a fast start. They lead at 16-0 over Saddleback. You're watching SCFA football here on SoCalCollegeSports.com. Third down and 16 from the Ventura 26-yard line for Saddleback.
3rd down in Oxnard, as far as Saddleback's concerned.
Straight drop for Gilliam. 4-man rush, steps up, looking for Allen in the back of the end zone. A little bit of contact, no flags, and the ball overthrown, incomplete.
It's pretty good coverage.
I don't think there's any question about it. Was that Jalen Watson? And quite a compliment for Jalen Watson. When I asked about Watson and his stellar play so far this season, Coach Steve Mushagian told me straight out, we try to match him up with the best receiver on the other team. That is something that I have noticed you don't very often hear from coaches here in the SCFA. They don't do a lot of matching up man for man, but Coach Steve Mushagian said, hey, listen, we like to put this guy and let him do a lockdown job. Thompson's field goal attempt, wide right. The Gauchos come up empty in the red zone. That's news. And Ventura turns them away and holds on to the 16-0 lead. As you see the replay there, and Thompson sends it wide right. Mateo Thompson now 1 of 3 on field goals so far this season. And the Pirates keep the shutout. Well, let me tell you, you're a little bit of a Vegas guy. What kind of odds would I have gotten on Ventura pitching a shutout here tonight?
In the first quarter, you probably would have got really good odds.
Just overall, but do I get like 1,000 to 1 on the in the game?
I don't know about that. Vegas isn't going broke for that.
Constantine guns in on the far side, and it's dropped.
It's a bad drop.
Darian Ballard was the intended target. Just started to run before he had the ball. 2nd down and 10. The football resting on the Ventura 26-yard line. Well, if you're the Pirates in this situation, I think you still have to have the great sense of urgency against an offense like this early in the second quarter. And I think if you're Ventura, just pile it on, whatever points you can get.
There will be no taking the foot off the gas pedal on this one.
Jackson sweeping to the near side, and he's out of bounds after a modest gain on the play. Chased out by Corey Selensky.
I think he just picks the wrong side there. He's going near side. Side didn't have as much room, and tried to get the edge. Was able to do so that last time out, but not that one.
So a gain of about a yard. Sets up 2nd down and 9. Daggett and Caldwell to the near side. Constantine has the snap. 4-man rush. Moving away from pressure. Wrapped up. Still on his feet. Constantine tries to dump this one short, and it's incomplete. He wanted Daggett, but he does a great job of just keeping that play alive. The incompletion brings up 4th down.
It's a big response there by the defense for Saddleback to get off the field. They got to get this offense going.
Good pressure being brought by Joe Babros, who had Constantine in all kinds of trouble, but Constantine doing a little Ben Roethlisberger there, just peeling off a tackler and keeping a play alive. Big rush on Sanchez, but he gets it away. Low kick, takes a Ventura bounce, down to the 33-yard line. That's a 40-yard kick and no return. So Saddleback takes over at their own 33-yard line, trailing this one 16-0. We're early in the second. And is this going to be the first appearance for Cam Humphrey? And it is. So a change at quarterback. And this is a scripted situation here. Both quarterbacks certainly set to see time going into this game. So here's Humphrey on his first play. Looking left, pressure coming. Trying to move away. Wrapped up now, just throws it away. And here come the flags.
Yeah, I don't think it was outside the box.
That was a good bit of sportsmanship there, helping Humphrey to his feet.
He needs to get past the X. Well, it's close.
And that's just a coverage sack right there. Humphrey with nowhere to go with the ball. Ultimately, in all kinds of trouble.
Loss it down.
5 yards back to, I believe it's 10. No, it's at the 28. Okay. Well. No, they're spotting this back at the 23. It's 10. It's 2nd down and 20. Okay, so 2nd down and 20. After the intentional grounding, receivers left and right for Cam Humphrey. 4-man rush, short drop. Humphrey's going to be sacked again.
See this pressure here. Just
looked like Gerald Taylor leading the way. No chance for Humphrey.
Well, I think there was some confusion with the linebacker bluffing there coming in. Assignment's got a little thrown off kilter for Saddleback, and now it's 3rd and a mile.
Forget 3rd in Oxnard. This is like 3rd in L.A. Humphrey airs it out, looking for Allen, who's got it.
Jeez.
Into Ventura territory, down to the 41-yard line. A 42-yard reception for Clinton Allen.
Yeah, they needed L.A. They went to Alhambra, and they got the first down.
Down to my neck of the woods there in Orange County, I think. 42 yards. We take it any further, we're in danger of wearing out the metaphor.
It's true.
So Allen able to get behind Watson.
You can't have that happen.
See if that changes the momentum here for Saddleback as they pick up a 3rd and 26. Back to Allen on the slant.
Why not?
Down to the 32. About a yard shy of the first down. 2nd down and 1. I talked about Clinton Allen missing that first game. His 25 catches now in his last 3 games. 12 for 178 and 3 touchdowns last week against El Camino. Play action. Wide open. Cantros gonna walk in for a Gaucho touchdown. Well, this is just a great job on play action here, Michael. Whoop. In the Chris Berman vernacular there, and the defense all going the wrong way following DeMercado. And Cantros, a blown coverage to be sure, wide open. So the Gauchos on the board after they pick up a 3rd and 26.
Man, that's just terrible.
And then 2 plays later, it's Humphrey to Cantros. And it's 16-6. Here comes Mateo Thompson for the extra point.
I mean, you're in a great position after back-to-back sacks, essentially, to get off of the field, get your offense right back out there, and then you give up the 3rd and 26. And now Saddleback with some momentum. First points of the ball game.
16-7 with 12:37 remaining here in the first half. Well, I think if you're the Pirates, you have to just sort of wipe the slate clean here, I think, and go back to work. You knew you weren't going to shut these guys out. Yes, it was an opportunity missed, but still have the 16-7 lead. Snelling and Sims waiting back deep.
And a reminder, everybody, you can catch us on YouTube, SoCal College Sports 1. That is our channel. You can go to our website, www.socalcollegesports.com. You got an iPad, you got a smartphone, you got a set-top box device, Apple TV, Xbox One. Search SoCal College Sports 1. You can catch us on the go. You can catch us upscaled to 1080p.
Humphrey's 12th touchdown pass of the season. Gets the Gauchos on the board. Well, sometimes you go to the bullpen and it's just what you needed here, and it started out a little rocky, but now a flag comes in before the ball is kicked. Might we be backing this one up? I think you're on this one, Michael.
It's not my first rodeo.
No, it is not. Well, I'll tell you, it's been a little bit of strange goings on already. Who would have thunk that the Pirates would turn away the Gauchos in the red zone on the previous drive? Something that has barely been done this season. And then on the next drive, give up a 3rd and 26 and eventually a touchdown. So who can figure it? It's a funny game.
Pretty good in the red zone. They didn't need the red zone. They scored from the O zone. Chuck up 7.
Thompson with the approach. Sims from the 14. Out to the 25. Sims looking for a little lane. He's wrapped up near the 30.
A little extracurricular. Watch out. That's a good no flag there. That's a game. That's a play there where you see at the end a little pushing and shoving back and forth. And if this was a hotly contested battle like we've seen in weeks past, that could have easily been offsetting flags. But they do a pretty good job of letting that go.
16-yard return for Savion Sims. Sets the Pirates up at the 30. Constantine at the helm. Has receivers left and right on 1st and 10. Man in motion. Jackson over his left guard. A gain of maybe a yard.
It's good diagnosis early on there by the defensive front for Saddleback. I want to shout out to Dan Kloss, newly minted athletic director down at Saddleback.
I'll tell you, Dan, omnipresent.
And Tony Lipple,
second.
Longtime athletic director, friend of SoCalCollegeSports.com. A shout out to him on a great career. Retired earlier this year.
Kendrick Mallory with the reception. And I believe that's Mallory's first catch tonight. But I think last week demonstrated very clearly that he can get it going in a hurry. If you're holding Kendrick Mallory down for a while, that's no guarantee.
I think, if anything, last week kind of tells you that that's not going to be his last catch.
3rd down and 5 coming up. And now it's the Pirates, I think, who need to keep this drive going and try and answer back after the Gauchos' last score.
Agreed.
Constantine looking left, fires, picked off. Down to the 25-yard line, and that was just too easy. Dante Hamilton. And you look here, and this is just Constantine really locking in on the receiver, and Hamilton steps right in front, returns this one down to the Pirate 25-yard line. They'll spot it at the 24. One more look here, and this is not a mistake that you see very often at all from Constantine, who's very poised at the quarterback position, but he's just entirely locked in right there, and Hamilton's just reading him in that secondary. Steps right in front.
That's a freshman mistake if I've ever seen one.
So the Gauchos now with an opportunity to get themselves back in this game. 3 wide receivers bunched to the far side. Low snap. And now trouble on the exchange, but DiMercato is able to fall on it back at the 29-yard line. That's a loss of 5 on the play. It was a low snap. Humphrey able to scoop it up, But then problems on the exchange to DiMercato, and the Gauchos are lucky to get away just losing 4 yards.
Jeff, I think a common theme that we've seen so far is, at times, Saddleback Gauchos offensively have not come ready to play.
2nd down and 14. Humphrey on the slant. Allen wrapped up by Watson inside the 20 at the 17-yard line. That's a 12-yard gain. Gets it back to 3rd down and 3.
Well, if all else fails, just go back to the bread and butter.
Well, Allen is really giving Jalen Watson as good a battle as we've seen this season. That's 3 catches now, including the big one on the last drive. And you see why he has been able to post the numbers that he has here in this first month of 2017. Pirates crowding the line on 3rd and short. Quick pitch. DiMercato with a head of steam has the 1st down, taken out of bounds near the 10-yard line. Like he was finally taken down there by Jesse Lemonnier, tracking him down 7 yards downfield. When your defensive tackles are making tackles 7 yards downfield, it's not a very good sign. Gauchos have it now 1st and goal from the 10. Davis in motion. Humphrey looking left, wants Allen. Little fade route, and it's incomplete off the hands of Allen.
It's good coverage. And this is where Coach Bobby Mushagian really said, we have to keep them out of the end zone. They're so good in the red zone. We have to stick to our mentality, which is bend but don't break. At times we've seen breakdowns in coverage. We saw it on the first touchdown for Saddleback. To shore that up right here.
They go back to DiMercato on the pitch. Ridden down by Lemonnier again at about the 5-yard line. They'll spot this one at the 6. And it'll be 3rd and goal. And this is where it's so tough. You look for a guy like Clinton Allen, 6'2", 215. He's got that big body.
Good pursuit by the Pirates.
They'll move Davis over to the near side. Now a timeout on the field. And the Gauchos want to talk it over. They'll take their first timeout here in the first half. 9:31 remaining in the second quarter. Ventura on top of Saddleback 16-7 here on SoCalCollegeSports.com and the VC Sports Network. Third and goal from the 5-yard line. Now we have whistles before the snap. Is it Ventura that wants to take a timeout now?
I think right now this is a good opportunity here for the defense to take a blow. You go back-to-back timeouts. You maybe get a look as to what they wanted to do. And this is an offense that has been on cruise control for the last couple of possessions here for Saddleback. So if you can maybe take a little bit of a break, a little bit of a breather, muster up the energy that you need to get off of the field on this 3rd down, force a field goal. Why not? Jay Holloway, Matt Henson with the call on our other channel right now, Santa Ana at ELAC. Get some scores from around the SCFA for you shortly.
Here come the Gauchos on 3rd and goal from the 5. 3 wide receivers to the right. Clinton Allen at the bottom of your screen. Cam Humphrey looks over the Pirate defense. Has the snap. Looking left. Wants Allen. Allen unable to bring it in.
That's a great job. Right at the tail end of that play.
We'll get a look here from the end zone camera. How about Watson on an island out there? Like, cornerback is a tough position. And that's a great job by Watson, getting his hands up after Allen goes for the ball. No flags on the play.
Well, he knew that the ball was coming his way. He waits for the receiver to reach out for the ball, and then he just gets a hand up, disrupts the play, and here comes the field goal unit.
Thompson Missed one earlier. This one will come from 22 yards. From the left hash.
Chip shot.
Up and good. So Thompson puts it through. 16-10 the score now, but I think the Pirates have to be very pleased that they were able to hold the Gauchos out of the end zone after the turnover. And Saddleback settles for 3, and they're back within 6. So we'll keep it here as the Gauchos get ready to kick this one back to Ventura with 9:23 remaining here in the first half.
Midnight Madness tonight, Jeffrey.
Is it basketball season already?
Already, my friend. And
listen, we love basketball. It's always basketball season for us.
And why do we bring that up? Ventura, the host school for the state championships for the 3C2A. So happy to mention that we will be covering that this year. Special thanks, of course, to Carlisle Carter, George Montagakis up at the 3C2A.
I'm already excited. I mean, it's March.
It's March in October.
But I'm already there.
It's not even October yet.
Here's the approach from Thompson. Snelling moving up, and he takes it at the 14. Out to the 20. Big hole. He's at the 30. Slips out of a tackle at the 35. He's still going out to the 40. Second effort. Look at Snelling. All the way out to the 48-yard line. 34-yard return.
How about the effort here? Snelling.
You talk about little plays that maybe give you a little bit of momentum. And you see an effort like that, it gives the Pirates not just outstanding field position, but again, it speaks to the urgency of the moment for Ventura. And this is a big game for the Pirates, no question about it, even in a non-conference tilt.
Defense and special teams has set the table here. Now the offense.
Quick screen to Jackson, looking for a lane. Hit by Price at the 47 after a gain of 5. Second down and 5 coming up. Now they'll overload the left side with Caldwell, Daggett, and Mallory on second down and 4 from the Saddleback 47. Constantine, play action, completes the pass. First down at the 40. Kendrick Mallory with the catch. 7-yard pickup. The Pirates move the chains. They're into Saddleback territory at the 40. They continue to move it around. Now they'll overload the right side here as they move it from left to right in the second quarter. Constantine looking over the Gaucho defense on 1st and 10. Play action again. Guns it over the middle. Complete again. Tony Daggett with the reception. Or no, that's Mallory again. So it's Mallory working over the middle down to the 25-yard line. Couple of catches on this drive for Kendrick. Down to the Saddleback 25.
A big component of tonight offensively for the Pirates was going to be the play action. They know that these safeties really like to cheat up and support the run. That time you see Mallory over the middle on the play action fake.
Joey Word in at running back. For Ventura on 1st and 10. Daggett in motion. Word running right. Hit and falls forward to the 23, a gain of a couple. Second down and 8. Upcoming. Caldwell with Flowers out to the right. Daggett and Mallory out to the left. Second down and 8 coming up for the Pirates. Looking left. Quick slant. Mallory with the catch. A flag comes in the Ventura backfield. Mallory ridden down after a gain of just a couple.
It's going to be a late hit.
But let's see what the flag is. Yeah, Constantine getting to his feet.
Yeah. That's just a really bad penalty there.
Let's see if we got it on the replay there, and I'm sure we do. We'll keep it there. And well, they were following the play a little bit there, but you can see at the tail end it was coming off the left.
Yeah.
And I believe that's Vegas at left defensive end. So they take it all the way down. I believe that's the 11-yard line, am I right? So half the distance. 1st and 10 for Ventura. They can get a first down without getting a touchdown, as they'll spot it at the Saddleback. Looks like just inside the 12. They send Thompson in motion. This is Duckett running left around the end, lowers the shoulder. About a 10-yard pickup down to the 2-yard line. And, well, there's Thomas Duckett for you. Now, Mike, you might be seeing him for the first time here. And that's a pretty good indicator there of what you're seeing from Thomas Duckett. Hard running on that left side. They'll call it about an 8-yard gain. It's 2nd down and 2 from just outside the 3-yard line. Duckett will remain in the game. Duckett over his left guard, pushing the pile down near the first down marker. It's going to come down to the spot here. So it's 3rd down and very short. Constantine under center, quarterback sneak. Constantine churning his legs down toward the end zone. Comes up a little bit shy. He's inside the 1.
You have to go for it here. I think
No, this is a first down. They were able to get the first down. So it was, 3rd down and about a foot. So they have the fresh set of downs. But I agree with you on your premise there. I think it's a go-for-it territory. I'm with you where you were going. Word back in the game in the backfield with Constantine, who will work from the shotgun now. 1st and goal from the Saddleback 1. Word straight ahead, and he is popped behind the line. That's a big hit on Word. Chase Bradley lowering the boom.
See the collision here on the replay. It was pretty fierce.
Austin Moore also there. Talk about running into a wall. Duckett now in the pistol formation behind Constantine. Constantine going to keep it himself, but he is wrapped up short of the line. So all of a sudden the Pirates having some difficulty negotiating the final yard here. 3rd down now from the Saddleback 1. Where do you go here? Art says right at him.
I think he's right.
Constantine from the shotgun, flanked by Duckett. They'll go to the air on the far side. Touchdown.
Got him.
Kendrick Mallory. 4th touchdown catch of the season. Well, when the ground game's not working.
It's a great job by Mallory hanging on to it.
Well, when I asked about Kendrick Mallory and what makes him so special, Steve Mushagan, first thing he said to me, he's so great at going to get the 50-50 ball. Exhibit A on the last play right there. Him and Kyle Corder battling for that ball, and Mallory with the body control and the strength, able to just rip that one away and come down with it for the touchdown catch. The Pirates answer back. They lead it now 23-10 with 5:21 remaining here in the first half on SoCalCollegeSports.com. Well, special teams with a little bit of help. And now the offense does the rest. It's a great answer by Ventura. They're back out in front by 13. Well, last week it was Ricky Town who played the entire first half, and then Constantine played the second half, threw for over 300 yards, almost bringing the Pirates all the way back. And we'll see. It's been Constantine the entire first half, but will we see Ricky Town, who has a little history with Saddleback himself? He was recruited by the Gauchos coming back to California.
Ricky Town, as a 17-year-old, 5-star recruit, originally signed at Alabama, bounced around in a couple programs, Arkansas being one of them. An SEC type of talent. Another great coverage by the kicking team.
They have really been outstanding this season. And that's another time where an opposing offense will start without great field position. This is just a great open field tackle on Che Cuero. They'll spot it at the 20-yard line, and that's where Saddleback will go to work.
But, Jeff, back to your point, Kenny Town. It's nice to have an embarrassment of riches at the quarterback position at any level. And Town, big-time talent, has bounced around, decided to come back to the JUCO level, get some reps, hone his skills.
Play action and the pass intended for Colin Cantros.
One of the schools in hot pursuit, as soon as word leaked that he was coming back to the JC level, was Saddleback. Saddleback had a conversation with Ricky in the recruiting process, and Ricky, after the decision was made, had enough respect and wherewithal to call Coach McElroy and let them know that he wasn't going to be attending there. He was going to go to VC.
Thompson with the reception, and a gain of about 7 sets up 3rd and 3.
But obviously, Ricky Town, a young man that gets it, and we wish him well. And he's had a pretty decent start to the 2017 season for VC.
They'll empty the backfield on 3rd and short. Humphrey looking left, guns it over the middle, nearly picked off. Allen was the intended target, and Jalen Watson had both hands on it. So a quick 3 and out, and now with 4:44 remaining here in the first half, the Pirates will get it back with a chance to extend on a 13-point lead. Avila back in punt formation. He got off a booming kick earlier, a 57-yarder. Just gets this one away. Pacheco's going to let this one bounce as it goes out of bounds on the far side. It's going to be very good field position for Ventura again.
A bit of a shank job there.
Well, this is a big opportunity for the Pirates here to really take command. They lead it by 13. And this one's going to be spotted at the Saddleback 37. And I think shank is an appropriate description, because that punt, I believe, was 10 yards.
I got to believe you're right.
I'm no math guy. Oh, wait.
You kind of are.
Jackson in the backfield with Constantine, rolling to the right. Now moving back left. Constantine's going to run. He's at the 30, and he'll head out of bounds with a first down at the Saddleback 27-yard line.
Good recognition there by Constantine. Hey, nothing there. Let's take what the defense is going to give me. First down.
So down to the Saddleback 27, 1st and 10. Clock continues to move, but plenty of time for Ventura.
Oh, look, 11 yards.
11-yard gain. Might want to hold on to that one. 3 wide receivers to the near side on 1st and 10. Duckett with a little cutback. Bounces off his own man. He's still on his feet at the 25. Lowers the shoulder and takes a big hit for his second effort. Down at the 23-yard line. That's a 4-yard run. Good hard running by Thomas Duckett. Well, I got to tell you, it's been pretty physical down there. Don't let the big offenses here fool you. This is not for the faint of heart. They're hitting down there.
Yeah.
2nd down and 6. At the Saddleback 23, dual setbacks for Constantine. Now they empty the backfield, looking for Sims in the flat. Constantine going to go back to his right, and it's dropped. Neiman had the coverage. He was looking for Duckett out of the backfield, and a 3rd down and 6 from the 23. If you're thinking about the field goal with Cooper Garcia, his long is 46. So this is in his range. This would be 40 yards. As the football rests right now at the Saddleback 23. Mallory, or I should say Snelling to the right. Receivers left and right, empty backfield, movement on the right side of that Ventura offensive line. I believe this is going to be a false start.
Make it 3rd and 11 now. And, well, you take 3rd and manageable to 3rd and 11. That's bad football. And you can't do that against really good teams that can put up points in a hurry.
Yeah, both these teams ironically, among the more penalized teams in the SCFA, Saddleback, for their part, is the second most penalized team in the SCFA so far here in 2017. Of course, they're still off to a 4-0 start, but this has been a pretty clean first half. Not a whole lot of penalties on either team.
And they know the stakes, too. They can't commit the normal ration of penalties on their end.
Constantine under pressure, still on his feet. He gets away. Constantine off his back foot, heaves it down and completes it. Inside the 10, down to the 5. Tony Daggett.
Wow. You made the reference earlier, very Ben Roethlisberger-esque, and Big Ben would be proud of that play right there. How about that?
Unbelievable. Down to the 5 where it'll be 1st and goal. So the Pirates convert on 3rd and 11. Now they'll try and punch it in. Constantine. Good pocket. Under pressure again. Now back to his right. Completes the pass to Daggett. Daggett toward the corner. In for the touchdown.
It's good recognition.
How about Constantine? It's not just the great feet that he has. I love the way that he just moves in the pocket, moves just enough to give himself a different lane, a different angle to throw the football. It's the poise, Michael. This is a play that's maybe starting to break down, but he's still got his head up, and there he finds Daggett, who's open, and then Daggett does the rest, heading for the pylon. Extra point from Garcia. Up and good. The Pirates have answered in a big way here in the latter part of the second quarter, and they now lead it 30-10. 2:44 remaining in the first half. You're watching Ventura College football on the VC Sports Network and SoCalCollegeSports.com. What a great response by the Pirates after the Gauchos went for 10 unanswered and got themselves back within 16-10. It's Ventura who has turned it up offensively and defensively. A couple of scoring drives, and they now lead it 30-10. The approach and the kick away. Davis from the 5. Out to the 15. Hit at the 20, but falls forward to the 25. Let's correct that very quickly. That was Caleb McNack. McNack? Yeah. Caleb McNack on the return. 5'7" freshman of Lakeview Centennial in Garland, Texas.
Got a little Darren Sproles to him.
Gets it out to the 25. That's about as far as the Gauchos have gotten it on a kick return so far here tonight. So Saddleback with 2:38 remaining here in the first half find themselves down 20. Humphrey keeps it on the ground. DiMercato bounces off a tackle in the backfield and manages to churn his way forward for about 10 yards out to the 35-yard line. Good job by DiMercato running out of a couple of arm tackles. Picks up 10 yards, immediately moves the chains. They'll go back to DiMercato. Off tackle on the right side. Hit after a gain of 3.
Yeah, they're gonna have to buy their defense a little bit of a wind. Remember, Saddleback kicked it off to start things off, so they're gonna get it first thing at the start of the second half.
Clock continues to run under 2 minutes to go, but still a lot of time for the Gauchos, who have 2 timeouts. This one's picked off. Looking for Allen, and it's Watson with his 3rd interception of the season at the Saddleback 44. Let's take a look at the replay. Well, this is somewhat similar to the interception by Hamilton earlier, and this time it's Humphrey who really locks in on his receiver, and you can see Watson on that play, and he's just looking back And he reads the ball out of the hands of Humphrey, and I'm not sure that Clinton Allen was on the same page on that play as well, as he looked like he broke that route back outside. Either way.
Miscommunication, and that's a very good job by Watson getting his hands underneath the ball. That was clean.
First turnover for Saddleback, so each team has turned it over one time here in this first half, but Ventura with 1:49 to go here and 2 timeouts. They have it at the Saddleback 44, looking to extend on the lead. They go a little bit bigger, Thompson in the game. The handoff to Duckett, and he can't run out of a tackle. Jacob Diaz. Able to wrap up Duckett, and that's not easy to do. It's a gain of about a yard on the play. The Pirates working quickly. Constantine rolling away from pressure, gets away from Vegas, and completes the pass to Mallory inside the 35 down to the 34. Well, this should be a familiar highlight. Vegas giving chase, but Constantine able to make a move and then complete the pass to Mallory for a first down at the Saddleback 34.
I mean, it's not a ton of zip, but I mean, you have to think about what kind of arm strength does this kid have. He can throw it on the dead run exactly where he needs it to go.
Blitz coming from Saddleback. Constantine with time, lobs it for Mallory, juggling, can't make the catch. Jaden Price had the coverage.
No, he didn't.
Kendrick Mallory had both hands on it. And how good is Kendrick Mallory? You have to be a little surprised he doesn't come up with a catch as difficult as that, but he had both hands on it, and you just think, once this guy gets his mitts on it, he's going to bring it down. Can't quite hold on.
Stops the clock with a minute to go here.
Second down and 10. How about the protection up front as the Gauchos dialed up the all-out blitz? Yeah. And Constantine had all kinds of time to get that pass off. Sims out of the backfield. Play action. Constantine trying to get away from pressure, and he's wrapped up. Managed to fall forward and gain about a yard. Now the Pirates will take a timeout. Kimani Keith able to wrap up Constantine. We'll step aside, under a minute to go in the first half. The Pirates driving for more here at the Saddleback 34 on SoCalCollegeSports.com. Third down and 10 for Ventura at the Saddleback 34-yard line. Again, they're a little bit outside Garcia's range for a field goal here, but one more play coming. Mallory solo to the right. Couple of receivers split out to the left. Daggett in motion. Constantine has the snap. Another blitz coming. Throws off his back foot, and it's incomplete. Well, he was looking for Kendrick Mallory, but nobody home, and now it's 4th and 10 from the Saddleback 34, and I think, Mike, unless you want to play ultra-conservative and play a little bit of field position here, I think you have to go for it.
Yeah, I mean,
well, no, here it comes.
Well,
are they going to try Garcia? No, it looks like Sanchez.
46 yards. Okay.
Yeah, it would be a 51-yard field goal. That would be Garcia's long. But instead, and I think this is the right call. The Gauchos still have 2 timeouts. So if you come up empty here, or worse, take a sack, you might be giving them very good field position with enough time to do something.
Well, you saw Gamble earlier. I wouldn't necessarily rule out the fake here either. Special team is very good for Coach Mushagan.
Sanchez instead elects to kick this one, and it's a good one. Inside the 10, down at the 5-yard line. That's a 29-yard kick, but more importantly, it pins the Gauchos back in the shadow of their own goalpost. They'll start at their own 5-yard line, and with 39 seconds.
What a great kick.
The Gauchos, at this point, will have an awfully long way to go.
Man, that is surgical. Very impressive.
Yeah, Sanchez has struggled somewhat in terms of his average this season, but he has been good placing the ball inside the 20, and he does so there, down to the 5-yard line. So with 39 seconds remaining, Cam Humphrey and the Gaucho offense back on offense. They'll keep it on the ground. DiMercado weaves his way forward for a solid gain out to the 17-yard line. Call it a gain of 11. The Gauchos will work quickly as they wind the clock. Again, DiMercado running left with a good lane. He's hit out of bounds at the 30, so it's back-to-back first down carries for DiMercado.
More importantly, only 24 seconds left here in the first half. Short stoppage in play and on the clock.
Now, on the other side, Mateo Thompson's long is 42 yards, but it's also the only field goal he's hit so far this season, 1 out of 3. So, long way to go to get to Thompson's range. They have it at the 31. And instead, they're content to keep it on the ground. This time, DiMercado hit behind the line.
That's probably going to do it.
Great penetration. Dwayne Coleman able to get in the backfield, and that will do it. The Gauchos will not run another play. Halftime here from the VC Sports Flex. Ventura on top 30-10. Over Saddleback, you're watching SCFA football here on SoCalCollegeSports.com and the VC Sports Network. And we welcome you back to the VC Sports Plex here on the campus of Ventura College. Halftime here on Ventura College football here on SoCalCollegeSports.com. Jeff Stoynoff, Mike Zapata with you. 30-10 here at the break, and well, through 30 minutes, I'd say it's mission accomplished. This has been an outstanding effort from Ventura College in all phases of the game.
Well, I believe in the first half you referred to this complex as the sports flex. That's exactly what Ventura and the Pirates are doing right now. They're flexing their muscles, and they're doing it in a big way against a very good team.
And I will say, in my defense, this is a multi-purpose
facility.
Yeah, facility here. So there is a flex factor to it here. It fills many different roles here. Yeah, absolutely. And yeah, this is just a very strong effort. Let's get to some of the numbers very quickly for you. Gil Scott Jackson leading the way on the ground, 9 carries, 110 yards. The big one rips off the 47-yard touchdown run in the first quarter, really igniting this offense, giving the Pirates a 16-0 lead at the time, and they've managed to ride that out now to a 20-point lead. Jay Constantine, we've been singing his praises in the first half, and with good reason. 14 of 24, 133 yards. I got to tell you, that's a little lower than I thought that number was, but his magnificent ability to keep plays alive and therefore drives alive has been so very critical. And, of course, throw in the 3 touchdown passes as well. So he's been efficient in this first half as well. Kendrick Mallory leading the way in the receiving corps. 7 catches, 59 yards, 2 touchdowns. He's up to 5 now on the season. We're talking about how good the Pirates are in this first half. And throwing a little luck as well, going back to the first touchdown catch from Kendrick Mallory, a tip ball, and give the Pirates credit. They get a break there, which they were really due for, and then they've made the most of it here.
Yeah, it's something where they've made the most of their success via luck, and Saddleback really not doing themselves any favors, really not able to muster up anything offensively. You only see 10 points on the board, but this is not a team that's going to go away quietly. Very likely, this is a team that can put up points in a hurry, and you have to keep your foot on the gas here in the second half. Not only you're playing for the win, but you're also playing for style points. This is a team that potentially could go down to Fullerton at season end, and then you have the heads-up matchup, you have the RPI matchup that could be in your favor with a win here tonight.
Yeah, that's a terrific point. They happen to be in the same conference with maybe the team to beat the defending state champions, and it doesn't look like Fullerton has lost a whole bunch going into this year either. They're maintaining their number 1 spot. They're undefeated right now. And so, yeah, if you're looking at Saddleback, they don't have the same luxury. In recent years, Ventura has been able to win the North and get themselves in. That's going to be a tougher challenge this year, certainly, as the North is tightening up. But Saddleback certainly doesn't have that luxury. They're going to be battling Fullerton, so they might need to make their way in via the wild card.
And I want to snowball on that, on what you just touched on. COC's a player. They beat Long Beach last week. Long Beach, a player in the Central. RZC, Mount Sac, you want to talk about murderer's row in conference play. But then you think about Bakersfield. You know, we're almost a half-decade removed from their state championship run, and they seem to have really found their groove with another 2-2 team that's very dangerous here.
Yeah, we're getting ready to get back to it here. Ventura will kick off to Saddleback here to start the second half. Cuero and McNack back deep for the Gauchos. And mark my words, before it's all said and done, Cerritos is going to be a tough game. They had a kind of a slow start, but that's a very good program. And they'll have some players, and they'll have something to say at season's end. And that's a potentially very dangerous game for Ventura as we look ahead in the schedule as well.
Yeah, Cerritos always seems to play the Pirates very, very tough. But the Pirates do get them at home. So, obviously, a lot of talent in that part of California. And Cerritos does a good job always of recruiting up.
Another fairly short return will set Saddleback up at the 22. They'll go back to Gilliam to start this second half.
I mean, right now, is Saddleback losing, or is Ventura losing in any aspect of the game?
I'm going to have to say no. And certainly not on the scoreboard, which is what matters most, as they lead it by 20. Yeah, it looks like that. Is that the very rare false start on the center? Yeah, that's false start on everybody but. So they'll back him up 5 yards. Both teams, interestingly, only penalized 3 times in the first half.
Yeah.
It's been a clean first half, and as we noted in the first half, that's a bit of a surprise. These are fairly heavily penalized teams. Certainly Saddleback has been so far. I think if you're a Saddleback fan here, maybe they need to get back to committing some penalties. They're trailing this one by 20. Gilliam with a long look, still has time on the play clock. Now it's down to 3. He's got to hurry.
Wow.
It went down to 0, but no flags down. Gilliam trying to pass down the far side, and it's incomplete. Wanted to go back to Clinton Allen.
Not a shocker there.
He continues to battle Jalen Watson. Allen had a couple of catches in the first half, 3 catches for 62 yards, a big 41-yarder to keep the scoring drive alive. But I think I'd score the first round for Jalen Watson in that matchup. But it's been close between the two of them.
These were the stats coming in here, Jeffrey.
Hey, take a look at the numbers, and the Gauchos have been outstanding. Meanwhile, Gilliam running for his life over to the near side, and he is ridden out of bounds. And that might have drawn a flag, but it didn't. Trenton Carlson taking advantage of an opportunity there to get a hit in on the quarterback, and you really can't blame a linebacker for that, but maybe a little bit of a break there for the Pirates that doesn't draw a flag.
Yeah, I think at the end here, I think the momentum just carries him down to the turf. I think that's a good no flag.
Yep, absolutely. 3rd down and 13 now for the Gauchos. Gilliam with a straight drop, 4-man rush, stepping up, guns it over the middle, completes it. Oh. Meanwhile, Allen shakes off Watson. He's still on his feet out to midfield before he's finally brought down by Alvin Pacheco at midfield. That's a 31-yard pickup on 3rd down and 13, and a big first down for the Gauchos. They'll spot it at the Ventura 49-yard line, and I think it's safe to say, Michael, they have a long way to go here in terms of time, but they need to get started right away.
Yep.
DiMercado circling to his left, hit and dropped for a loss.
And Mercado reestablishes at the 48, so he loses a few yards. It's a loss of 3, 2nd and 13 coming up.
Looked like Trevon Lambert on the hit in the backfield. 2nd down and 12 after a loss of 2. 3 wide receivers to the right for Gilliam and the Gauchos. Gilliam feeling the pressure, trying to evade. He's still on his feet, directing traffic downfield. He wants to tuck it and run. Hit hard by Pacheco, bounces off, gets back to midfield, gained maybe a yard on the play, but he paid a price for it. 3rd down and 11 coming up again. Well, we just saw the Gauchos pick up a long 3rd down.
Conscious is coming at a premium after that hit. Wow.
But bad news for the Gauchos. Clinton Allen heading to the sideline. So they have a 3rd and long here, and they'll have to go about it without their best receiver on the field. Receivers left and right for Gilliam. Play clock down to 8. Gilliam in the pistol. 4-man rush. Looking right. Fires, completes it to Thompson inside the 30 where he is cut down.
It's a terrific back shoulder throw here, Jeffrey. Let's look at the replay one more time.
Pacheco on the stop. Yeah, this is good protection. And Gilliam delivers it on the money. Thompson gets it down to the 25. That's another big 3rd down pickup for Saddleback. They're still alive on this drive. Quick pitch, DiMercado able to bring it in. And finds a little lane.
It's a good shoestring tackle there in space.
Nolasco just getting a hand in, and a good thing he did for the Pirates. That might have been the only thing stopping DiMercado from 6. Either way, he gets the first down to the 15. 1st and 10 again. Gilliam back to DiMercado, running right, and he's forced out of bounds after a short gain, a yard. Turnier.
Right now, it's just not working east and west here for Saddleback. They don't have the speed, and a lot of momentum in favor of this Pirate defense. The screws are going to get bolted down here inside the 20.
2nd down and 9 from the 14. Gilliam with good protection. Now rolling away. The Pirates giving chase, and Gilliam is hit out of bounds. No gain on the play. 3rd down and 9. The coverage was outstanding for Gilliam, who initially had time but nowhere to go with the football. So they'll spot it at the 14. Another 3rd and long. The Gauchos have been able to convert on 2 on this drive. Gilliam quickly to the line, has the snap, looking left, another back shoulder throw, and the pass incomplete.
Like that was that Liam Eldridge or LaFleur?
Looked like LaFleur.
Mission
Yeah,
accomplished.
Jermaine LaFleur. So the Pirate defense holds here in the red zone. And again, we talk about the stat, 86% touchdowns in the red zone over the first 4 weeks for Saddleback. And I believe now they're 0 for 3 here tonight in terms of touchdowns in the red zone.
Yep.
Thompson's field goal attempt is good. So they've converted a couple of field goals, but the Pirates will take that all day. 11:38 remaining in the third quarter, 30-13 now. Ventura on top. You're watching Ventura College Football on the VC Sports Network and SoCalCollegeSports.com. Sims and Snelling waiting at their own 20-yard line as Thompson approaches. Line drive kick. Should say this is Sims a couple of yards deep. He's going to bring it out. He's out to the 15, out to the 20, through a little hole. He's out past the 30 before he's taken out of bounds. So Savion Sims with a return of 33 yards, and the Pirates will start from their 30-yard line. And it looks, like it's going to be Constantine who's going to stay in the game. So no Ricky Town. Constantine will remain in the game at quarterback here as the Pirates start their first drive here in the third quarter. Gil Scott Jackson flanking Constantine. A read option, and it's Constantine who will slide forward for a pickup of about 3.
There's a learning experience here for Constantine. This is where he needs to turn into, he needs to morph from traditional gunslinger to game manager. You got a big lead, protect it, make smart plays, take what the defense gives you.
2nd down and 7. Constantine looking for Mallory. Catch made, and Mallory out to the 39. About a yard shy of the first down. That'll bring up 3rd down and 1. Mallory had 10 catches 2 weeks ago, 9 catches last week. He's up to 8 now here tonight. So he's on pace to continue, if not exceed, his recent production. 3rd and 1. From the Ventura 39. Thompson in motion. Jackson has the first down. The ball's out. The Gauchos have it. This may be returned for a touchdown. Inside the 10, taken out of bounds. I believe it's Diaz who picked it up.
How about Constantine? Let's look at the replay here.
Colton Larseval in the right place at the right time to scoop that one up.
See it one more time here, Jeffrey, and that's a huge
See
hit.
who put the hit on.
Oh,
That's a big-time hit. And Larseval right there. Just the helmet on the football. That is Jackson's first fumble of the season, and we do have a player down.
it's Jackson.
They're looking at Gil Scott Jackson, so let's step aside.
He lowered the shoulder and then lowers the head, and he is still on the turf.
10-16 remaining here in the third quarter. You're watching Ventura College Football on SoCalCollegeSports.com. Very good news preliminarily as both Dante Hamilton for Saddleback and Gil Scott Jackson for Ventura able to get to their feet and walk off under their own power. So that is very good news, at least as far as we can tell from up here, and it allows us, at least to some degree, to return to the issue of football and a big play in the game as Saddleback forces their second turnover and turns it into very good field position.
First and goal.
First and goal at the Ventura 4-yard line and a chance to get back into the game trailing by 17.
Scores from around the SCFA coming up shortly.
Connor McBride is in the backfield now for the first time tonight. Davis in motion. Play action. Gilliam rolling right. Back of the end zone. Touchdown. Corey Selensky with the touchdown reception.
Yeah,
That's similar to sort of the.
You were looking for the name on the sheet.
The tackle
Ventura's
eligible.
still looking for the player on the field.
Yeah. 42, I thought that number sounded familiar. But that is not one that you see very often offensively. As Selensky checks into the game, leaks to the back of the end zone, and has a 4-yard touchdown reception. So the Gauchos convert immediately on the turnover, and they are back within 10, hold everything, 30-20 with 10-10 remaining here in the third. Well, despite leading throughout here tonight, the Pirates have had to respond to adversity a couple of times. And they'll have to do it again here, as they have given up 10 unanswered here to start the third quarter, and they now see their lead cut to 10. Short kick, one hop. Sims going to work it back to his right. He's at the 25. And he's hit there and brought down.
I had it initially.
He was looking for that lane to turn on the Jets. Couldn't quite find it, and instead the Pirates will start from their 25 with 10:04 remaining here in the third.
Oh, we said we'd get to some scores from around the SCFA.
I got faith in you.
Glendale drops to 0-5 on the season, 21-13. They go down at West LA. Antelope Valley, the win on the road at Mount San Jacinto, 31-7. Long Beach, a big winner at Golden West, 52-24 in a bounce-back game for them after having gone down to COC last week. San Bernardino Valley, Coach Al Gaddis, former offensive coordinator here at Ventura.
Constantine in all kinds of trouble again and manages to complete the pass on the far side.
That's going to be first. Well, San Bernardino Valley, a winner over Allen Hancock on the road. That's a tough trip, 24-18. So Wolverines pull away in that one. Canyons with a 1-point win at Grossmont, 29-28 in one of the earlier games.
Tyrese Golar, meanwhile, with the catch for the first down for the Pirates as he makes his first appearance. Play action. They screen it out to Daggett. Shakes off a tackle at the 35, and he's forced out of bounds after a gain of about 4.
Daggett's got to be a little bit more decisive there. He's got a pretty good block out, and he can cut it back early. I'd like to see him cut that back a little earlier. He'd still have a little head of steam.
Yeah, Corey Cincino.
Only about a 4-yard gain up to the 40.
Able to force him out. 2nd down and 6. Design roll. And that one nearly picked off on the far side.
That one diagnosed well in advance of the throw. And Constantine's got to do a better job of not being as predictable as we've seen him here tonight.
Yeah, occasionally he seems to lock in on a receiver. right from the outset of a play. That time it was Caldwell.
Sometimes the composure can work against you, especially when you lock in just like he's been doing.
3rd down and 6. They'll empty the backfield. Constantine has the snap. 4-man rush. Good protection. Fires over the middle. It's overthrown. Incomplete. Here comes the flag.
Yep. Well, replay is going to show you what the flag's about.
Colton Larseval had the coverage on Daggett. Hey, you see there, Daggett just
hand in the cookie
stumbling jar there, and Larseval with a little push. So the Pirates pick up a much-needed 1st down here, trying to get the momentum back.
Indeed.
They're going to pick it up. Okay, they're going to say that was touched at the line.
Wow.
So a tipped ball, and they'll pick up the flag, and the Pirates going to give it back here, and the Gauchos with a chance to continue this comeback. They were down 20. It's down to 10, and now they're going to get it back. Lorenzo Thompson retreats back to his 27-yard line, awaiting the kick from Sanchez.
Action going on right now. San Diego Mesa tied up with L.A. Pierce. They're at the end of one. Fullerton all over Moore Park, 28-0. They're at the half. 17-14 Pasadena City over Compton. L.A. Harbor 21-0 over Santa Monica. They're at halftime. In the 3rd, it's College of the Desert in Santa Barbara.
Sanchez with a short kick. And this one takes a bit of a Pirate bounce inside the 35. They'll down it at about the 32. 28-yard kick, and the Gauchos with all kinds of momentum, still trailing by 10, but they've dominated the action here in the 3rd.
Desert, a big win last week in quadruple overtime, a game that I had at Antelope Valley.
You worked a lot of hours last week.
Yeah, my hourly was a little low last week. 16-7 on top of Santa Barbara in the 3rd quarter. At the half, Palomar on top of Chaffee 10-6, and East L.A. ELAC 35-34 at the half over Santa Ana. Talk about a track meet.
Yeah,
wow.
That's it. Jay Holloway getting a workout. Kentros with the reception. Out to the 43.
And so is Matt Henson. Jay probably needs a nice hot cup of tea. Mount Sac on top of Orange Coast 28-12. Bakersfield on top of El Camino 7-3. And wow, you want to talk about a story of the week. El Camino put up 45 on Saddleback last week. Only have 3 at the half right now at Bakersfield.
DeMercado running left, hit behind the line. Watson takes him down at the 37. That's a big loss of 5, and it sets up a 3rd down and 6.
What a play. Let's see that on the replay from the end zone cam. Watson comes in here, hair on fire.
Well, this is DeMercado there is just running east-west. And Watson aggressively up, and a good open field tackle. Yeah, 3rd down and 6.
It looked like a Ferrari versus a Prius.
Pump fake. Gilliam still looking. Fires down the far side. Allen with the leaping catch. All the way into Ventura territory inside the 30. Well, they'll spot it at the 30. That's a 33-yard gain. And another big 3rd down pickup for Saddleback here in the 3rd quarter.
What a beautiful throw.
Well, Gilliam was 7 of 10 in the first half. He did it pretty quietly. But the Gauchos didn't put up many points with him. But he has picked him up here in the 3rd quarter on the keeper here, and he's taken out of bounds after a gain of about 3. Anxious moments here at the VC Sportsplex. It was all Ventura in the first 30 minutes. But here comes Saddleback.
Jeff, you mentioned Cerritos going to be a tough game at some point during the season. Right now, not so much. Cerritos at home, but down 21-6 to Riverside.
I'm eyeing later in the season. 2nd and 8. Davis with the catch. Pacheco on the stop at the 23. 3rd down and 3 coming up here, and the Pirates need a big play on defense.
Yeah, they got to get off the field.
It would be a 40-yard field goal for Mateo Thompson from here.
Well, we know Coach Mushagan does not like to send double coverage on anybody, but might want to think about doing that on Allen.
Quick screen to DeMercado. He gets a block. He's got the 1st down. Down to the 14-yard line. 9-yard gain moves the chains.
Lorenzo Thompson does a good job of blocking on the outside and freeing that up.
Yeah, it's a great block by Kentros.
Calling Kentros as well.
Flags come in, a false start will back up Saddleback 5. It'll be 1st and 15 with the ball resting at the Ventura 19-yard line.
Momentum killer right there. Back to the point about not sending double coverage over to Allen's side. It just, you love the one-on-one match if you're Coach Mushagian, but how many times does he have to burn you before you make the adjustment?
Gilliam with time, rolling left, feels the pressure, lobs it inside the 5. The catch is made. Back to Allen.
Or is that Kentros? No, that's Allen. Look at this one again.
Well, 6'2", 215, and again, he uses that big body to good effect. He reminds me of somebody, and I'll bet you'll remember the name, but it's from a game last year, and can't think of who it was, but it was a Ventura game last year against one of the teams in LA. It was not a northern team.
He reminds me of Mike Evans.
Well, that too. 1st and goal from the 2. McBride in the backfield. McBride gets the call, lowers the shoulder to the goal line, in for the touchdown. The Gauchos are all the way back. 16 unanswered and the extra point pending with 6:01 remaining in the 3rd. We got a ball game again.
Well, we talked about how this team is not going to go away and can put up points in bunches. Turnover, lack of execution on offense, and Saddleback right back into it. They're not the number two team in the SCFA for nothing.
It was Connor McBride, interestingly, who scored the touchdown with under 2 minutes to go last week to give Saddleback the victory by 3 over El Camino in that shootout. And he scores a big one here to get the Gauchos back within 3 with 6:01 remaining in the 3rd.
Remember, everybody, you can go to our website, www.socalcollegesports.com. And on our YouTube channel, feel free to subscribe to SoCal College Sports 1. You don't have to be in front of a computer to watch the game live. Go to your smartphone, tablet, PC. And if you do have an Xbox One or an Apple TV, any type of device that has a YouTube app, type in SoCal College Sports 1, subscribe, and you can catch us live or archived.
The game will be there as long as YouTube is there.
Got a feeling they're not going anywhere.
Yeah, maybe not that long, but
not for a while. Anyway. YouTube, get a shot.
Well, a furious comeback by Saddleback here. They have come out caution flammable here in the 3rd, 17 unanswered. Sims on the far side, out to the 30, hit at the 35 and taken out of bounds, but manages to fall forward to about the 37.
If they take the lead, I think you can categorize it as furious. I think right now they're just really mad.
Now, Ventura was hoping they would just be mildly perturbed.
Not so much.
They'll spot it back at the 35.
I'm sure Coach McElroy was a little bit more than just mildly perturbed at the half.
He might have had a thing or two to point out.
Wonder if it got colorful. Gotta imagine that it did.
Pass completed to Flowers. The ball is loose. The Gauchos have it. Is this a catch and a fumble?
Look at it
no
again.
Signal yet.
I don't think he made a football play. I mean, if that's the ruling here, let's look at it one more time. Ball there. Well, he does reestablish, and the ball comes out. If they call this a fumble, I wouldn't be shocked.
The Gauchos are celebrating. It is a quick turnover.
I mean,
Flowers with the catch, but then the fumble.
You don't think it's enough time for the fumble to occur, but he takes the ball, catches it, reestablishes, moves back, and as he's moving back, the ball gets stripped out, and it's on the deck. Saddleback recovers, and man, the Pirates are in disarray.
Nightmare 3rd quarter here for Ventura at home. after a scintillating first half.
Well,
Saw them leading by 20.
We're on October Eve, I guess, if you will. Freddy Krueger wearing a Gaucho uniform.
DiMercato on the screen. Tries to spin out of a tackle, but he's hit at the 35. Chris Henry on the stop. A gain of about a yard. DiMercato, meanwhile, piling up the receptions as they continue to use him out of the backfield as a safety valve. Rome Innocenzi checks in the backfield to give DiMercato a blow. Now they'll empty the backfield on 2nd and 9. Gilliam looking left, good protection. Now the pocket's starting to collapse. Gilliam slips through, completes the pass. The Gauchos have a first down inside the 25. Kentros on the reception. Well, we saw Constantine keep a number of plays alive in the first half, but Gilliam doing a pretty good imitation here in the third quarter. Back to Kentros on the jet screen. Slips out of a tackle. He's inside the 20, tiptoeing the near side. He's taken out of bounds inside the 10. Penalty on the play. Let's see what the flag is. It's going to work against Saddleback. So the gain comes off, and instead Saddleback will back up.
I think this is going to be a spot foul. Nope. Right at the line. Wow. That's tough. Or we can get that on the replay.
Well, they're going to have it at the 32, so you're right, it's a spot foul. The original line of scrimmage was the 24, so it's 1st and 18, receivers left and right. And you see Turnier off that defensive end spot, leaning forward, but he stays onside. Gilliam under pressure, gets away once again. Going to tuck it and run to the 25, out of bounds at about the 22.
It's a good job by Watson. Watson easily could have lowered the boot at the end. It would have been a bang-bang type of play where you might have seen a flag, and instead just makes a heady play. Just forces the quarterback out of bounds, and Gilliam unscathed, and we play on.
2nd down and 8 now from the 22 after the 10-yard scramble. Innocenzi remains in the game in the backfield. Plenty of time on the play clock for Gilliam. Has the snap. 4-man rush. Guns it to Davis. Davis slips out of a tackle. He's at the 15, churning his legs, and he's ridden down after a gain of about 9.
Good understanding defensively by Ventura. They know they want to get Davis in space, and about 9 jerseys there to greet him.
Gauchos in a clear rhythm now offensively. They have another first down. Quick pitch to Innocenzi. Makes a little move and manages to pick his way forward for a gain of about 3.
Huge 3rd down.
This will be 2nd down and 7.
Don't check that.
From the 10, they just picked up the first down on the previous play, the completion to Davis. Gauchos in the red zone looking for the lead with a 6. On the sweep, around the end, Davis diving for the pylon, touchdown, Saddleback's got the lead.
Just too much speed.
Well, they haven't gone to that play today that I can recall. And a good time to break it out as they go to the end around with Daquan Davis.
I got to tell you, Jeffrey, the defense looks tired, and why not? They've been on the field a lot of this third quarter.
A couple of turnovers here really hurting the Pirates, and the Gauchos have got it going. There's still 3:17 to go here in the third. Now it's Ventura that needs more time. They trail it 34-30. You're watching Ventura College football on the VC Sports Network and SoCalCollegeSports.com. Too many times in this third quarter I've had to say Sims and Snelling waiting back deep to return the kickoff here for the Gauchos. 34-30 Saddleback all the way back. They trailed by 20 at the break, but they have outscored. Still got a lot of time. Sims at the 5. A little move at the 10. Slips out of a tackle, trying to get the corner. He's got it. Sims out to the 30, forced out of bounds after return of 26 yards.
Looked like they had him dead to rights, and just makes a couple of really quick moves.
Yeah, he had a little hesitation at about the 10-yard line, and it looked like he might get stopped right there, but he was able to slip out of a tackle and get the Pirates out to the 31, where they will start this drive. Here comes Constantine. 3 wide receivers to the left. They keep it on the ground. Out past the 35, a gain of about 9. Tyrese Golar continues in the backfield. We saw Golar over the first couple of weeks, but his role has shrunk somewhat as Duckett has taken more of the carries, and of course Gil Scott Jackson has also made his way into the fold, but Golar getting an opportunity here. After the injury to Jackson, 2nd and 2, tipped at the line, incomplete.
That's just too much penetration early on, and Constantine gets that one batted at the line.
Yeah, Jake Hudson coming off the edge, and a good job by Hudson getting his hands up. 3rd down and 2.
Bobby Mushagian, very complimentary of this team, of the Saddleback team, coming in, obviously 4-0 on the season, and for good reason. You know, they're a very good squad. They beat some really good teams. Long Beach notably in week 2. But it's a team that really does not make a lot of mistakes, and they make you beat yourselves. That's exactly what's happened here in the third quarter.
Yeah, in 4 games, the Gauchos have 4 turnovers. Golar sweeping to the far side, has the first down. Out past the 45. That's a big first down for the Pirates. You're looking for a little momentum wherever you can find it.
It keeps the defense off the field, I think, more importantly.
Yep. Yeah, just to finish the point, the Gauchos, to your point, just 4 turnovers in 4 games. They're +6 on turnovers, and they're improving on that number tonight as the Pirates have 3 turnovers and the Gauchos have just 1. And they have made good use of those turnovers here. 14 points off those turnovers here in the second half. Play action, Constantine lobs the far side, incomplete.
Is it Kezio?
Over on the far side, it's a little hard to tell. Might have been Caldwell. He's been playing a lot over there as well. It is Nikis Caldwell, the intended target. Either way, the incompletion brings up 2nd down and 10. Daggett in motion. Play action. Quick screen to Daggett into Saddleback territory. Cut down by Larseval near the first down marker. Let's see where they spot it. Daggett's got enough for the first down. The Pirates have it in Saddleback territory at the 42. 1st down and 10. Back and forth we go. Constantine screens it out to Mallory. Hit, but manages to fall forward for a gain of about 4. Another catch for Mallory. Corey Cincino wrapping him up. 2nd down and 6. From the Saddleback 38-yard line. Got Mallory solo to the left, but they're throwing right. Pass completed right at the first down marker.
Give it to him.
That's Ballard.
Yep, Darian Ballard. So good response here for the Pirates.
Just gets the first down. Ventura starting to methodically move the ball downfield. Late in the third, we're under a minute to go. They send a man in motion again. Constantine looking left, away from pressure. Flags on the play as Constantine able to get out to the 26-yard line. It's a 5-yard gain, but let's see how much of that is coming back.
All of it.
Jacob Diaz on the tackle.
Drive killer.
The holding call. If there's good news for Ventura, it comes on first down. So now it'll be first and long. They'll back it to the 41. And it's first and 20. Ballard and Mallory to the near side. Caldwell and Daggett to the top of your screen. Daggett in motion. The snap to Constantine. Fires it short, finds Daggett for a very short gain of a couple. Second down and 18. You know, part of what Tony Daggett does so well for this offense is yards after he makes these short catches, and it's been very sure tackling tonight for Saddleback. Pirates have 30 on the board, but Ventura hasn't been able to break a lot of big plays in the short passing game so far tonight. Second down and 18 from the 39. Constantine setting up the screen to Mallory. Mallory looking for a block, but he's brought down again after a very short gain. Cincino able to get in there and trip him up. Mallory gained maybe a yard, so now third down and 17. And that's what the Pirates will face when we come back for the fourth quarter. You're watching Ventura College football on SoCalCollegeSports.com and the VC Sports Network. Third down and 17 for Ventura from the Saddleback 38-yard line. Got an official powwow here. So I'll try to sort that out. For those who are just joining us, it was all Ventura in the first half, a 30-10 lead at the break. But Saddleback takes advantage of a couple of Pirate turnovers. Outscores Ventura 24-0 in the third quarter, and they start the fourth with a 4-point lead. Here on the road, Saddleback trying to move to 5-0. The Pirates trying to avoid falling below 500 for the season. They're 2-2. Still sorting things out. They're over talking on the Saddleback sideline. Well, the ball should be on the Saddleback 38. And perhaps that's what they're discussing here. Coach Mark McElroy wants an explanation, and he's getting one. Hard to know what this is about. Do you know what this is about, Art? All right, not even Art knows. The last play was a 1-yard gain on an attempted screen to Kendrick Mallory. And there were no flags on the play. So not exactly sure what the discussion is here. For what it's worth, they haven't adjusted the clock on the scoreboard to put 15 minutes. Hard to say who this favors. Maybe it's good news for the Ventura defense that certainly still has to be pretty winded after spending so much time on the field in that third quarter. They get a little more time to rest. This is getting on to be a fairly lengthy delay. Crowd starting to make a little noise. Trying to get something going. I don't want to be too optimistic, but maybe we're about to get some football.
Jeff, what'd I miss?
Not a whole lot. There's been a lengthy discussion here.
Are they trying to figure out where the ball is?
And the Saddleback sideline. I don't think so, but the teams were ready to change ends. Meanwhile, the Pirates should have it working back.
So it's a penalty against the Pirates, sound like.
That'll back them up to the 48. And they need the 21-yard line of Saddleback for a first down. Meanwhile, they don't have the first down marker set up, nor do they have the clock set to 15 minutes. So,
well, it's not like it's mid-season or anything.
What does it say that we are the most prepared? Not a great indicator.
Well, you know, we are wearing VC shirts, and, you know, we are true to form. We play hard, we study hard, and we prepare hard.
We do what we can.
We try to make Will Cowan proud. Athletic director here at Ventura College, and, of course, the weekly shout-out to Will Cowan.
Will's the juggernaut.
He really is.
Will gets it done.
Man, he's juggling a lot tonight. It's Midnight Madness for basketball.
Yeah.
In addition to a home game. He's probably firing something up on a grill. I don't know if you've seen his Facebook feed.
Is he on Twitter?
Man, he's on Twitter.
He's active on Twitter.
He's probably on every social media platform that you can think of. But, man, he's quite the grill master.
Well, you have a lengthy delay when you can get to the relative cooking talents of the ADs of the games involved. We're able to cover that.
I wonder
For
what
the record, we don't know what Dan Kloss
I was just gonna say,
is particularly adept at in the kitchen. We're just not sure. Could be barbecuing, could be baking. Who knows?
No, he's a grill man. I appreciate you throwing out that variable. He's a grill man. Dan,
you're just assuming, but
Dan, if you're watching and you're tuning in and you can hear the banter, text me. Let me know what your specialty is on the grill. We need to kill some time with all the dead air right now.
We don't think there's much chance it's brownies, but we're willing to live with the possibility. The ball will be at the 48. It should be 3rd down and 17 now. They need the 31. Constantine under pressure. Incomplete. He was looking for Kendrick Mallory, and that'll bring up 4th down. Okay, the scoreboard has it at 4th, but because of the penalty, it was 2nd and 17. Now it's 3rd and 17 from the 48-yard line of Saddleback. Three wide receivers on 3rd and long. Constantine from the shotgun. Sims in motion. The snap to Constantine. Blitz coming. Constantine's in a lot of trouble. Sheds another tackler and just has to throw this one away. Golar was in the area. But a near sack for the Gauchos. Austin Moore coming free. And it was only Constantine's ability to shed tacklers that kept that play alive, because Moore had a good shot but couldn't bring down Constantine. And the Pirates will have to punt, but they'll do so with a little better field position. The snap to Sanchez. The lefty gets it away. Fair catch signaled for and made at the 17-yard line, a 31-yard kick. Saddleback back on offense with a 4-point lead here early in the 4th.
Yeah, you know how? There's a button on there. You gotta press. Take it out. Okay, be careful. Don't force it. There's a button. Press it. It's a different button than the one that's in the shoe. Where's the button? You want me to go down there with it?
So Gilliam, who helped lead this big third-quarter comeback, remains in the game for Saddleback as they go on offense with a 4-point lead. Three wide receivers bunched to the far side. DeMercado straight ahead. He spins his way forward for a gain of about 4. Second down and 6. They'll screen it out to DeMercado. And he is in all kinds of trouble, brought down for a loss on the play. Pacheco wrapping him up. The loss, about a half a yard or so. So it'll be 3rd and a long 6 from the 21. Gilliam has the snap. 4-man rush. Steps up. Away from pressure, over the middle, through the hands of his intended receiver, picked off by the Pirates. On the far side, inside the 10, flags on the play. It's a Pirate touchdown. The interception by Bradley Taylor. But let's see on the flags. Well, the Pirates needed a big play on defense to get themselves going in the right direction, and they've got it with the interception. There is an illegal block on the return, so that'll take the touchdown off the board. So 2 illegal blocks on the return. So the Pirates force the turnover, and they have it back off the interception, and they'll go to work at the Saddleback 37-yard line, 1st and 10, after the big interception by Taylor. Golar shedding tackles. He's down to the 31, a gain of 6. 2nd down and 4 coming up. You wouldn't have thought at the half that the Pirates would be facing this kind of adversity here in the 4th quarter. But here they are trying to come from behind. 2nd down and 4. 3 wide receiver set for Ventura. Man in motion. Golar running right, looking for a lane, around the corner, forced out of bounds, near the 1st down marker. Let's see where they spot it. Good job by the big man, Tyrese Golar, tiptoeing that sideline, and he's able to get the 1st down. Down to the 22-yard line. Check that, the 27-yard line. 1st and 10. Constantine has the snap. Straight drop. Fires it short, complete. Daggett with the reception. Gain of 5. Call it 6 to the 21. 2nd down and 4. Savion Sims checks in the backfield. Dual setbacks for Ventura. Now they send Sims in motion. Golar running right. Tries to cut it back, but he stood up at the line. No gain on the play. Kimani Keith leading the charge. He's had a big night on that defensive line for Saddleback. Gets a little help from Ryan Neiman up from his safety spot. Huge 3rd down coming up for Ventura. 3rd and 4 from the Saddleback 21. Constantine needs to hurry. The play clock's down to 2. Daggett in motion. Here come the whistles. And Ventura forced to take a timeout. That is their first timeout here of the 2nd half. 11:15 to go in the ball game. Saddleback on top by 4, but the Pirates are driving here on SoCalCollegeSports.com. Third down and 4 from the Saddleback 21. Daggett in motion. Constantine. Short throw, good enough for a 1st down. Sam Flowers with the reception. Again, just sitting down against that zone defense. Quick hitch Gets it to the 13. The Pirates have a fresh set of downs. They'll spread it out, 3 wide receivers. Mallory solo to the top of your screen. Play action. The throw over the middle. Touchdown, Ventura!
Dang it.
Take a look at the replay. See Tony Daggett in the slot.
Check that, Flowers.
Excuse me.
That's my fault.
So Flowers with his 3rd touchdown catch of the season. 13 yards from Constantine. Ventura answers back. They lead it 36-34. Here comes a big extra point for Cooper Garcia. Low snap, but the placement down. And Garcia gets it through. The Pirates lead it by 3. We're heading down the stretch here from the VC Sportsplex. You're watching Ventura College football on the VC Sports Network and SoCalCollegeSports.com.
Spread the word, everybody. www.SoCalCollegeSports.com. We are broadcasting live here from the VC Sports Complex on the campus of Ventura College. You can catch us on the go at SoCal College SPO on Twitter. Tweet at us, let us know how we're doing, and hit up our YouTube channel, SoCal College Sports 1. Mike Cepeda, Jeff Stoynoff with you on tonight's coverage. Happy you've joined us, everybody. Jeffrey, we got a good one.
Under 11 minutes to go. Not bad. And it looks like we're right on pace for about the offensive numbers that we expected.
Yeah.
80 plus. Both offenses have indeed showed up. Though I think at various times it's been an impressive performance defensively by the two teams as well. Don't be fooled. A little hesitation from Cuero on the return, and now he's hit short of the 20 at the 16. Another short return, and it's a long field for Saddleback. Well, turnovers have told the story here in the second half. A couple of Ventura turnovers in the 3rd quarter helped key the big comeback from Saddleback, but a huge interception for Ventura. Early in the 4th, they cash in on the short field. Constantine finding Flowers to give the Pirates the lead once again.
Updates from around the SCFA. Cerritos has closed the gap some, but they still trail it as they head into the 3rd quarter, 24-13.
Quick out to Davis. Leaping catch is made. Tries to split a couple of tacklers. He's brought down at the 22. 7-yard gain sets up 2nd down and 3. We have to be very impressed with Max Gilliam. It was a quiet first half. The Gauchos not doing a whole lot offensively, but he's been very good here in this second half, helping to key this big comeback. Completes that pass to Allen.
Not a
out
shocker.
to the 30. 8 yards and a first down. Looks like both teams are running a very similar playbook. A lot of quick, short passes, matriculating the ball down the field. That one off the hands of Kentros. Incomplete, 2nd down and 10.
Maybe a little bit too much mustard on that one from Gilliam, and that's the risk that you run. You go with these short passes, but when you have a kid with a pretty good arm back there, you're going to get some caroms every now and then. Cost him last time out.
Yeah, the last interception batted around off a couple of players.
That was a pinball action.
Short throw complete to Allen. Quickly wrapped up, but he manages to fall forward. He's right at the marker. In fact, he's got it out to the 41.
Bakersfield at the end of 3, trailing El Camino 17-7. That's at BC. Mount Sac big over Orange Coast, 49-12. 49-48 in the 3rd, 4:47 remaining in the 3rd, 49-48, ELAC over Santa Ana.
That one's on SoCal College Sports. Quick pitch to DiMercado, and he's hit behind the line. DiMercado had to whirl back just to catch that ball and never could get his momentum going forward.
Yeah, not very clean on that one. Palomar has doubled up Chafee, 24-12. Desert now only leading it by 2 over Santa Barbara, 22-20, 6:07 remaining in the 4th. LA Harbor still shutting out Santa Monica, 21-0 at the half.
2nd down and 13 for the Gauchos here Deep drop for Gilliam. Airs it out, looking for Allen, way overthrown. Watson had the tight coverage. 3rd down and 13 coming up, but the Pirates have been unable to get off the field defensively on a number of 3rd downs here in this second half, and that's been a big story as well.
Yeah, most notably, back in the first half, they had him 3rd and 26, and they were able to convert on that one,
Yep.
and they went to Allen that time. Look for him again right here.
Well, I think of the opening drive as well, where they had back-to-back 3rd and 11s and converted both times en route to picking up a very important touchdown at that time. Here's a 3rd and 13. Gilliam under pressure, still on his feet. Now just has to tuck it and run. He's going to come up well shy of the 1st down. He's back toward the original line of scrimmage where Trenton Carlson is able to finally wrap him up. But that's a great job by that defensive line for Ventura. Getting penetration, Gilliam with no chance, and he has to just try and pick his way forward and get what he can.
Jeffrey, it's amazing what defenses can do when you get a little timeout.
You think back to the 10-minute powwow for the officials in between quarters.
Yeah.
And a spirited effort from the Ventura defense on that drive, and they get it back with a 3-point lead. Avila with another big kick. Pacheco from the 15. Hit immediately, but he's still on his feet. Wrapped up after a gain of about 3 on the return.
Hit fairly immediately by his own guy.
Well, that doesn't help either. You see the time remaining, 8:46.
30-14, Pasadena City over Compton. They're in the 4th. 43-0 at the end of 3. Fullerton all over Moore Park. As expected, San Diego Mesa over L.A. Pierce, 21-13. They're at the end of 3.
Fullerton. So the Hornets again.
Results from earlier today, West L.A. over Glendale, 21-13. Antelope Valley, a big winner at Mount San Jacinto, 31-7. Long Beach, big over Golden West, 52-24.
That's impressive, putting up 52 points on a Nick Mitchell coach defense
Yeah.
at Golden West. Golar running right, trying to get the edge, and he's brought down. Maybe got a yard. Neiman with a little help from Hudson.
And that's a dynamic that you see that's lacking without Jackson in the ballgame. Remember, Jackson left earlier with what we presume to be a head injury, and luckily he left the field on his own power. But out of the ballgame right now, and not the type of speed that we saw earlier in this ballgame.
Second down and 10. Pirates going to keep it on the ground. Golar out to the 24. Good hard running. A gain of about 6. And another massive 3rd down in this matchup. 3rd down and 4 from the 24. This is where you call Kendrick Mallory's number. Although Daggett and Flowers, it was Flowers on the last drive with a couple of big catches, including the touchdown. So Constantine's got options. They'll overload the far side. 3rd down. Here's the snap. Golar through a good hole. He's got the 1st down and more. He's out to the 35, at the 40, still on his feet out toward midfield.
Might not have the speed that Jackson has, but look at this jump cut right here on the replay. That is Jerome Bettis-esque right there.
Man, that's a great call. That is eerily similar. A 25-yard rumble for Tyrese Golar.
Yeah, similar results to the bus back in the day.
And a great hole up front. The offensive line continues to do it.
And a man downfield.
Fresh set of downs. They keep it on the ground, and this is going to be a loss on the play. It's Golar, and he is going to be slow to get up. He took a big hit running to his right. Let's take a look at the replay. And this is tough. They're trying to string this play out, and right there shooting the gap. That is very impressive. Larseval.
Larseval, yeah.
Larseval coming up aggressively, and Golar is still down, and they're looking at his leg there. It was a low tackle from Larseval.
I mean, completely clean, nothing dirty about that play. Just, it's one player shooting the gap and a running back on the receiving end of a big hit. Went low. Looks like he got him on the thigh. That's one that's going to smart in the morning.
Well, you got Duckett with bruised ribs. Gil Scott Jackson with an injury earlier in the game. Now Golar is down. Well, we saw Caldera in the first half. Got Marcus Chambers on the depth chart, though we haven't seen him tonight. But it's a deep position for the Pirates, but it's getting a little thin.
Yeah.
So Golar is up.
I mean, Jeff, you would have a better read on it than I would. You've seen them throughout the season, but does a player maybe like Daggett take some snaps at running back and give you a little bit more speed to that edge?
Well, the guy that they use in the running game is more likely to be Savion Sims. But that's a little more in that jet sweep type of type of play that we've seen. But it's a very deep position for the Pirates, and this is obviously not the way that you want to see it, but they'll have other options. And it looks like it is Caldera that will check in. We saw him a little bit in the first half. Receivers left and right. Thompson in motion. 2nd down and 14 after the loss of 4 on first down. Play action. Constantine sideline pass is complete. Back to Mallory. Well, passing the ball to Kendrick Mallory based on the last few weeks is a little like running the ball.
That's a great job getting that foot down. It's good.
Sets
footwork.
up a 3rd down and 5. Sorry, Michael, from the Saddleback 46-yard line. The clock stopped at 6:45. Another big 3rd down from the Saddleback 46. Straight drop for Constantine. Steps up. Going to tuck it and run. Makes a little move. Constantine's got the 1st down. Inside the 40 down to the 36. It's a 10-yard run on 3rd and 5. How about the feet of Jake Constantine again?
That's taking
right there.
what the defense gives you.
He's got one man to beat, and he's able to make a little move on Jaden DeGravio.
And Constantine has to do a better job. I love the play. Obviously, he makes one there and is able to get the 1st down, but he has to understand he has to get down. Takes a big shot at the end there, and he had the 1st down by a handsome margin.
Fresh set of downs from the 36. Caldera tries to cut it back, but he runs into a wall of Gaucho tacklers.
Wow.
But good second effort, moving the pile. Nice job by Caldera to get down to the 33. What looked like no gain turns into a gain of about 3.
Where he's initially
Watch the
hit.
second effort here. He's hit by a couple of guys, but able to move that pile.
Should have been a loss of 1.
Instead, it's 2nd down and 7. They'll spread it out, receivers left and right. Constantine has seen every snap at quarterback tonight for Ventura. The blitz coming. Caldera nearly lost the handle around the edge. Hit but falls forward down to the 30. Larseval on the tackle.
3rd and very manageable here. 3rd and 4. And this is a huge down right here. An opportunity to make it not only a 2-score game, but to chew up some clock with a 1st down.
Meanwhile,
Jeff, is this 4-down territory?
well, it would be 47 yards from here. That would be just by 1 yard the longest field goal for Cooper Garcia. Sims, meanwhile, in the backfield with Constantine. They go to the ground, and this one's not going to do it for Ventura. In fact, it's a loss on the play.
That play just takes way too much time to develop. I think you probably have to punt it here.
Jaden DeGravio
Well,
up at the line with the stop.
Jeffrey, what do I know? Are they going to try and draw him offside? You have 2 timeouts remaining. I don't think you want to burn one right here. 17 on the play clock, so you have to start to get into it. They're going to go for it.
It's Marcus Chambers in the backfield for the first time tonight.
Got him.
Movement on that Saddleback defensive line on the left side.
How about that hard count from Constantine?
Timeout taken. Timeout taken by Ventura So no flag on the play, and instead it remains 4th down and 5 from the 31.
No flag.
That's a tough break. Ventura had called timeout before that play had transpired. That's a brutal break if you're a Ventura fan. 4:03 remaining here in the 4th, and the Pirates facing a 4th and 5. It's Ventura College Football on the VC Sports Network.
Well, Jeffrey, 4:03 remaining in this one. Ventura with a 3-point lead. Saddleback came from behind last week in a win over El Camino, but this is a very dangerous 2-2 team coming in, and Ventura looking to get off the schneid against a top 10 team. This is number 2 in the SCFA.
Empty backfield on 4th and 5. Constantine has the snap. Stepping up. Gonna look to run. Constantine's got the first down again.
That's a penalty.
And a late hit on Saddleback is going to tack on some yardage. How about the fact that he was listening to you, too, as he slides to the turf after getting the first down?
That's half the distance.
So half the distance to the goal after this personal foul. Constantine giving himself up. See if we can catch the replay here. That's just a great job of recognition by Constantine.
Yeah, and maybe we'll get a good look here at the slide by Constantine and the late hit. Looked pretty straightforward. And, yeah, he's down there, and he takes the hit. Slides feet first. Well, hold everything. Well, now they have announced the penalty. Okay, so they're going to mark it off. This is going to be a personal foul, late hit on Constantine. And the Pirates now, with under 4 minutes to go, Michael, if they could punch it in here, they go up 2 scores. That's going to be huge.
Not only that, let's kill some clock here if you're Ventura. A couple of run plays, set up the play action. It's exactly the game script to a T.
1st and 10 from the 11. Mallory and Daggett to the right, Caldwell at the top of your screen. It's Chambers, tries to cut back, gained maybe a yard. Keith, with help from Hudson, on the stop. And to your point, the clock's going to run. You can watch it right there on the screen. Down under 3.5. Here comes Sam Flowers. He had the touchdown on the last drive for the Pirates. No gain on the play, meanwhile, on the carry by Chambers. So 4 wide receivers on this 2nd and 10 play. Constantine rolling right, under pressure, and he just lobs this one out of play.
Smart play.
Double coverage on the intended target, Tony Daggett. 3rd down and 10 from the Saddleback 11.
Well, if they go 5 wide right here, look for the QB keeper up the middle yet again.
We've already seen it.
Twice.
Yeah, pick up a couple of first downs on 3rd down. Keep an eye on Kendrick Mallory to the top of your screen. This is what they like to do. Try to set up Mallory solo to one side. See if they can get one-on-one coverage.
If you pick up 8 yards, this could be 4-down territory right here. 7, 8 yards. It'll be very interesting what happens right here.
3rd and 10, blitz coming, good protection, looking for Mallory. Touchdown, Pirates!
What a throw. Back shoulder, executed to perfection to the best receiver on the team. Mallory, chalk up 6 for the Pirates.
Well, I haven't had a chance to say it yet this season, but Mallory with the hat trick. 3 touchdown catches tonight. 43-34, 2:55 remaining. It's a 2-score game now for the Pirates. This is a great response after a disastrous 3rd quarter. And Ventura with a couple of touchdowns to push it back out to 9 with the PAT coming. Garcia powers it through. 44-34. Ventura up 10. You're watching Ventura College Football on the VC Sports Network and SoCalCollegeSports.com. Davis and Cuero back deep, and now it's the Gauchos who need to make something happen and quickly. There's under 3 minutes to go.
If there's any silver lining here, Gauchos still with all 3 timeouts, and they can score in a hurry.
You're going to want to locate Clinton Allen on this particular possession.
Jeff, I was just going to go there, and really, you might want to think about rolling the safety over the top there. That's going to go out of bounds.
Yep.
Special teams have been so good tonight for Ventura, and just a bonehead mistake at the end there, it's going to cost them pretty good field position for the Gauchos.
Yeah, and with the way their coverage has been, yeah, exactly. It's certainly not the mistake that you want to make. In this situation, you want to take your chances. Either way, with the kick out of bounds, the Gauchos will get solid field position to start. But they need to get points on the board quickly. Under 3 minutes to go. And they trail it by 10. Gilliam, who's played the entire second half, at the controls. He's got receivers left and right. Straight drop. Good protection. Now the pocket's starting to collapse. Gilliam's on the run again. Running toward the near side, and he's out of bounds. A gain of about 3 on the play. It was chased out by Turnier, or I should say Jesse Lemonaire. I got to tell you, Lemonaire,
all over the place.
Unbelievable engine. He's a defensive tackle. I've never seen a guy make so many plays 10 yards downfield or at either sideline from a defensive tackle spot. 2nd down and 6 after the 4-yard run. They'll empty the backfield. Gilliam looking, now rolls right. He's got to tuck it and run again. And he's forced out of bounds short of the 1st down. Looks like Henry, who came up to force him out on the play. Gain of about 3 and a 3rd down and 3 coming up at the 42. The clock continues to move. They screen it out. DeMercado on the near side has the 1st down, gets out of bounds at midfield. 8-yard gain. Clock stops with 2:09 remaining in the ball game. Pirates trying to close this one out, finishing out their non-conference schedule. Here tonight, they'll start conference play in 12 days, if memory serves, with a Thursday night edition as they'll take on College of the Canyons in what figures to be a very important game before it's all said and done in that Northern Conference. They got the big one early here, Michael. Timeout taken by Saddleback with 1:45 remaining in the ballgame, and they let the clock run for about 15 seconds before they eventually take that timeout. So an error in clock management, and now Mark McElroy is out there, and he wants
the 15 seconds back. I think he's making his case that I called the timeout a long time ago.
He's saying maybe that once they wind the clock, he's trying to call the timeout right away. Well, let's see what the call ends up being. The ball's at the 50-yard line. Saddleback has it 1st and 10. And I'm not seeing the clock change right now, so officials will huddle up.
Remember, everybody, SoCalCollegeSports.com. You can go to our website. You can watch the archived games. You can go to our YouTube channel as well, SoCal College Sports 1. Smartphone, tablet, PC, computer. You have a Apple TV. You have an Xbox One. Subscribe to our channel, SoCal College Sports 1. 2 games tonight. Santa Ana at ELAC, a barn burner in that one. Got a pretty good one right here. Ventura looking like they're going to pull the upset of the number 2 team in the SCFA.
Mild upset, I'd say.
That's fair.
Not correcting you. Gilliam with a deep drop, dumps it short. DiMercato with the catch. Taken out of bounds after a gain of about 6.
Not out of the woods yet. It's a 2-possession game here, but
Bradley Taylor on the stop. And how about Bradley Taylor as one of your clear heroes of the game for Ventura? Was his interception.
yeah, really turned the tide.
That really got the momentum back for the Pirates, who took advantage of that turnover. Gilliam with another deep drop.
Where's the flag?
Turnier goes down hard, but no flags coming as Gilliam scrambles out of bounds.
That's just a clear takedown. Let's watch the replay here.
It's a loss of a yard on the play, so back to a 3rd and 5.
That's just a takedown. I don't know what the referee's looking at. Trying to make it interesting.
4 wide receivers as Gilliam has the snap. 4-man rush. Gilliam over the middle. Diving attempt made by Davis, and they're going to say Davis makes the catch at the 39. So Daquan Davis with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd and 5. The Gauchos have the first down. They'll stop the clock to move the chains. Now they'll wind it. Gilliam, straight drop, under pressure, able to get away, still directing traffic downfield, and instead he's just going to have to take it out of bounds. Picked up maybe a couple. But the Pirate coverage right now, very good. And they're dropping 7 into coverage, so there's not a lot of options here for Gilliam looking downfield. No gain on the play, so it remains 2nd down and 10. He was able to get out of bounds to stop the clock. Snap to Gilliam. The line being pushed back, looking for Davis. He makes the leaping catch down at the 22-yard line. 17-yard reception, but he's still in bounds. They'll stop the clock again, moving the chains, but then they'll wind it.
What a catch.
Right back to it. Gilliam with good protection. Now the pocket's starting to collapse. He's going to be sacked. Back at the 30.
Might do it.
Lemonaire. Saddleback going to take a timeout. That's their second here in the second half. So with 52 seconds remaining, the Gauchos are down to 1 timeout, and they face a 2nd down and 18 when we return on the VC Sports Network and SoCalCollegeSports.com. Second down and 18 from the 30 of Ventura. Gilliam with 3 wide receivers to the right. Has the snap. Well, Pirates stopped on defense, and the play continues. Now a very late flag comes in on the incompletion. He was looking for, I believe, Clinton Allen on the far side.
So they blow a whistle, and then play continues. I wonder if maybe that whistle came from the sideline or maybe the crowd. I mean,
yeah, it was a strange play because the Pirates, I think, were clearly confused by the whistle. And for that matter, so was Saddleback. Looked like Gilliam wanted to stop the play, too.
It's a clear pass interference.
So the result of the play is going to be a pass interference penalty. That's going to give Saddleback a first down, or it should, with 45 seconds remaining in the game. They'll have it at the Saddleback, or I should say at the Ventura 15-yard line.
Shouldn't this be first down? There they go.
So 1st and 10 from the 15. Crowd getting into it, making some noise. Gilliam empties the backfield. Straight drop, guns it over the middle, nearly intercepted. He was looking for Kentros, So 2nd down and 10.
Yeah, Trevon Lambert goes right off of his face mask, really.
Well, he was shielded a little bit by Kentrell, so they can, fairness to Trevon. 2nd down. Here's the snap. 4-man rush again. Gilliam rolling right, still looking. He's under pressure, and he's got to just get out of bounds. He tried to throw it away very late.
I don't know if he got it out of his hands.
Yeah, it's not going to make much difference here. Maybe a yard, depending on whether or not they give him the spot or the incompletion. It looks like they're not going to give him the incompletion, so it's going to be a loss of a couple back to the 17. Yeah, call it 3 to the 18. So 3rd down coming up from the Ventura 18, but the more important number is 34 seconds remaining in the game. And I think for the Pirates, they've given up some yardage here, but it's been mission accomplished defensively.
It's the old bend, don't break philosophy defensively for Coach Moose.
Use as much time as you possibly can in this situation. Whistles come in on the snap.
Yeah, play clock.
So the delay of game is going to make it 3rd and 18. Backs him up to the 23-yard line. Well, they want to reset it now back to 34. So Gilliam has the play. 3rd and long. Straight drop for Gilliam. Steps up, sheds a tackler, throws it on the far side. The pass is caught by Davis.
Keep the clock going. To
the 14, but he didn't get out of bounds, and this is not a 1st down. So precious seconds are going to tick off, and is Saddleback going to use their final timeout?
Going to have to.
And they do. 22 seconds remaining in the game. The Gauchos take their final timeout. They will face a 4th and 9 when we return to Ventura College football here on SoCalCollegeSports.com and the VC Sports Network. They should be.
That's Cerritos and the other team.
Riverside and Cerritos going on right now.
4th down and 9 from the 14-yard line of Ventura. The Pirates with a chance to finally put this one away. Gilliam stepping up. He's sacked. That'll do it.
Game, set, match. And
Gerald
Ventura
Taylor off the edge.
Will account for the first loss on the season for Saddleback. They will fall to 4-1. Ventura will improve to 3-2. And more importantly, their first win over a top 10 opponent this season in 2017.
And for Pirate fans, it'll be sweet, sweet victory formation for the final play. 44-34 is going to be your final. And for the Pirates, a sensational first half, and then a lot of resiliency in the 4th quarter. Everything fell apart in the 3rd quarter for Ventura, but as they have done repeatedly here early in this 2017 campaign, this team showed a lot of fight. And when things started to get away from them, they didn't go away. They continued to work, and this time it pays dividends in the form of a win. 44-34 over Saddleback. We'll come back and wrap things up here on the VC Sports Network and SoCalCollegeSports.com. Well, I got to tell you, Michael, we say this more often in basketball in our coverage than in football, but it was the second half of runs, wasn't it? 24 unanswered for Saddleback in the third, but it's the Pirates who have the final answer here in the fourth quarter. Couple of touchdowns. They outscore them 14-0 for the 44-34 win. And, we talk a lot with Steve Mushagian and Bobby Mushagian, the coaching staff here at Ventura. And one thing that I know Steve Mushagian's been talking about from the start of the season is he loves the fight in this team, and he loves the fact that these guys, they never stop battling.
Yeah.
And, it's not worked for them in a couple of games that they weren't able to get. And I think for Ventura fans and for those that follow the team, it's nice to see that hard work pay off for them. And that's what happened here tonight. And they beat a very good team, and they had to come back to do it. So more power to them, and the Pirates now head into conference play at 3-2.
Yeah, in the words of Joe Curley, it's now or never for Ventura College. Joe Curley, reporter for the VC Star, and just does a great job for them, and gives us a lot of insight during week in and week out here on SoCalCollegeSports.com. But Ventura, we've had a chance to cover them for a long time now, and this might be one of the best teams that they've had. A lot of depth at all positions, and they needed it tonight. They lose a couple of running backs to some key injuries, and they're able to pull it out against the number 2 team in the SCFA, ranked nationally. Were the Gauchos coming in, and Ventura, very impressive tonight. They had their moments versus Mount Sac. They had their moments at Riverside on the road, but they come home, they take care of business, and watch out. Pirates back in the mix.
Well, here's what's interesting, I think, as you look forward to the rest of the season. There's a long way to go, but I think what you have to hope if you're Ventura is that if they can get into the postseason, that these games will matter. Yeah. When they see Fullerton down the road, when they maybe see Riverside again, maybe when they see Saddleback again down the road, they won't go in so cold into those games. They've really challenged themselves in this non-conference schedule, and let's see if that pays dividends for them getting over the hump, because they've been able to get into the postseason the last few years, but haven't really been able to make that dent and get all the way to a championship game or possibly even a championship.
Well, this was the challenge game of the year as presented by Coach Mushagian and his coaching staff. And, man, did his players answer the bell right from the get. I mean, they came out with a sense of urgency. They went for it on fourth down from, I think, their own 30-yard line on the very first drive.
34 or something,
and
exactly.
That set the tone for the remainder of the evening. Obviously, we talk about the third quarter that they'd probably just like to flush down the toilet. But, I mean, just impressive result from this team. They could have easily went away after they relinquished the lead the first time the Gauchos had led today in the third quarter. But what do? They come back in the fourth, they take care of business, and they come away with a win.
Yeah, terrific ball game. And, we're talking about the fight of Ventura, and I think with good reason. But obviously it goes without saying it's impressive for Saddleback in a losing cause. And talk about a team that maybe could have went away. But they're on the road. A long trip for them to make it up here. They're down 20 at the half, and instead they come out fired up in the third quarter, come all the way back and take the lead. So obviously the Gauchos, we're not seeing the last of them either. They're a team that's definitely a contender for postseason play and maybe making a dent in postseason play as well. So let's get to our thank yous here and wrap things up.
Well, athletic director here, Will Cowan, at Ventura, always sets us up for success. Bobby Mushagian, Coach Mushagian, Papa Moose.
Steve Mushagian, of course, taking the time. Art Gilbreth on camera also.
Jorge Zepeda, Kevin Garcia on the end zone camera tonight. Just really a team effort, not only on the field but up here in the booth. And hey, they make us look good.
Yeah, not an easy task.
No,
I'll tell you.
That'll wrap it up for our coverage here on SoCalCollegeSports.com. One game next week. We will have the bye week game, ELAC hosting. I believe that's versus West LA. So we'll have coverage of that for you here on SoCalCollegeSports.com. For Jeff Storinoff, I'm Mike Zepeda for the entire crew here at SoCalCollegeSports.com. Signing off. We'll see you next week.